And we're live. I turn this music down a little bit. So yes, as was voted on in the Discord by a long shot, by the way, it was a like heavy vote on one side for rating shiny Pokemon. So I found a really cool site the other day. That's why I wanted to do this stream. Although apparently my chat wanted me to do it more than I did. Essentially what we're doing is on here, shinyrating.com, you can see right now where it's on a list of the top rated shinies, and you can hover over it and see what the shiny form is. But if we go over to here, actually we can also do this real quick, have a little funny look before we get started. We can go to the lowest rated Pokemon as well, and see that Goldengo is in last place on shiny rating at 1.39 stars out of 5. And, yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why Goldengo is considered a bad shiny. I guess he gets a little bit more golden. So there's that. But welcome to everybody. Jody, Anna, and Obsidian. I work tomorrow, but Friday is still Friday. And I paused. Yeah, welcome everyone to the stream. So, yeah, they even include like all of like the variations. So you have like the party hat versions and like all the weird versions from Go. They have like multiple Pikachus here. For some reason, the Umbreon Pikachu is this super low rated. I think there's a couple hat Pikachus are actually on the top list, right? Or am I thinking wrong? Do we need to eat more Pokemon? I mean, I honestly thought that was going to win the vote. Like, I figured, like, surely the Pokemon consume would continue. No, people really wanted this one. Actually, that one didn't get any votes for a while, to be fair. But I could have sworn... Yeah, we have the Hat Wooper right here near the top. It's also weird, because Chi-Yu is showing as #1 right here. But it's kind of backwards, right? Because it has 4.73 stars. Whereas Necrozma here has 4.78, so it should be higher. But I think it also takes into account the number of ratings as well, right? Chi-Yu has over 100 more ratings than Necrozma, so I guess that kind of edged it out. But yeah, I could have sworn there was a Hat Pikachu that was higher up, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, Zeraora up here. Oh, that shiny is actually sick. You know what's wild is I actually never knew what a shiny looked like. But we're going to go find the... Oh, Noibat's up here! Yes! I actually, so I already had a shiny Noibat. I went and shiny hunted Noibat. While I was doing one of the event shiny hunts, I don't remember which one it was. There was a Noibat in the area that, you know, every time I would do a reset, the Noibat would respawn. And it just so happened to be shiny one time, so I recently got another, shiny Noibat from that. Of course, Primal Kyogre. You can toggle this button right here and just have them all swap to the shiny forms. Mega Charizard Y. I honestly think it'd be a little bit higher with all the Charizard hype, and it's overdone shiny. Let me see Noivern is sick. Xerneas turns blue, like more blue. That's awesome. Latias, really? Latias is on like the top list? Its shiny's not bad. It's not good. Yeah, Litten's is sick. Arbok too. A lot of the yellow ones, people always like talk bad about. Like Breloom, I also just don't care for its shiny, but it's real high up. 4.5 stars out of 5. Charizard with the party hat. Well, that should have been the highest rated Charizard. I also just like, I'm probably gonna skip the hat ones because I just don't care. Not a fan of Arbok. Where is he? Yeah, like it's just the yellow. See, I like Lapras. Lapras gets a cool shiny. And yellow can be nice. Look at this Metang, right? Like, it's... People always talk bad about, like, the Vomit Green and the Pea Yellow shinies, but, like, they can be good on some Pokemon. It's just not a lot of the time. Like, on Steelix, it, like, turns it to gold, right? Like, the yellow works really well with Steelix. I hate my shiny form is the same as its regular color. Yep, that's why, in my opinion, Pikachu should have been the lowest rated. I get why Goldengo was, it's basically the same thing. But being the mascot, and it's just like a slightly darker yellow, is just so bizarre. Fantastic. Okay, I think we're back? Are we back? Notification went away. Okay, I think we're back. You guys aren't really missing anything. I was still just rambling. At least I noticed at that time. That stream went out. Oh, Raging Bull, Eevee. Oh, chat disconnected. That's not great. I'll give it a second, see if it fixes. Let me pull up the stream here. You're back, it's back. Okay, cool. Well, that's annoying. I'm still not getting chat on my end. I only got... Okay, there we go. Okay, now it's back. But yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and go through and actually start doing ratings. So if we go up here, there is a rate a random shiny button. So you can see you can actually like give your wow, immediately starts off with all these 1 stars. Wow, did we just get a low one off the bat? Oh wait, someone give it a 5. They said hee hee with 3 down phones. What is it? Oh wow. Yeah, it's a very subtle change. So right here is like the regular form, and then there's the shiny. Like, yeah, one of those just like nothing burgers. So you pick your nose. I thought it was mine. Hi there. Hey, welcome, Borisu. Yeah, I mean, I kind of got to go with the flow on this one. It's just the same. Yeah, where is it? That's fantastic. Fitting that the trash Pokemon would get a trash shiny and submit rating. Okay. Did it not? Okay. It looks like it already posted it. So oh, cool. Things are popping up behind me. Yeah, I haven't used the site at all. Yeah, for real. Like there's like no change here. All right. So is there not just like another random button? Do I have to like go back every time? Okay, no, I can scroll down. Cool. Okay. Shiny, regular. It's also kind of slight. I should probably zoom in more, right? Will this still look okay? Okay, those notifications are gonna be annoying. It's very minor, but it gets kind of cooler, right? Like the I can't think of the word. The olives like turn dark. It turns almost like it's rotting, right? What are people giving it? What are people giving it? Oh, can we not see its overall rating? Oh yeah, we can. It's literally right there, 3.44. Lacking something. I don't disagree. I do like the black olives. From plums to coconuts. I thought it was supposed to be olives, right? It's like its whole thing. Okay, I think I'm a little bit too zoomed in. It's a little hard to navigate. I mean, there's definitely going to get a lower rating for me, but I do like the black, right? Like, the fact that the whole thing darkens down along with the olives changing color, I think it's pretty cool. If we're lacking a bit, yeah, like, I don't disagree. Like, the leg area kind of, like, stays the same, but I don't know, I don't hate it. Like, what color would you want the arms to turn, right? Like... what would you want changed there? Do you want this like to turn like a vibrant red? I don't think it's that bad. Like, I know like we're saying there's not much of a change. I don't know what else they could really do except maybe change the legs on it, right? Like I kind of like the fact that it keeps the green mustard yellow. White leaves would have been cool. Okay, yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that would have been kind of sick. Can you give like a half star? No, okay, you have to go whole stars. Do you have okay, it's a lot of ease. Like black olives fact a very small bit. I'm gonna have to give it a 3. So giving our shiny olive branch a 3. Love the black. Is that how you spell olives? Okay, it does do spell check. But nothing else changes enough. Submit rating. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like I press the button and nothing changes. Like, I don't see that it posted. Watch, if I click it again, yeah, duplicate detected. Oh, did I spell olives wrong? Am I dumb? Oh, no, wait, I spelled it right. Alright, scroll all the way down. Rate a random shiny. Okay. Again, we're getting so many of these minor changes here. Like, there's the shiny, there's the regular. It's such a minor change. Like, with the regular, it's just a lot darker, and then it gets a little bit more green. Does anything else really change? Yeah, the 2.15 star is 100% correct on this guy. That's also just bad. Good evening. Hey, welcome. I think it would be better if the tree part changed more. Yeah, I think that the suggestion of changing it to white would have made more sense. Yeah, I'm also leaning towards that 2-star right there. What people are saying. No noticeable difference, at least on the sprite. At least try to make more effort. Doesn't change much. The green is a nicer color. I don't disagree, right? Like the green instead of like the black, I do think looks nicer, but barely. Same thing, but why did he tip over? Absolutely awful. I can't tell what the difference is. Okay, shiny. The black to green is kind of strange though. Boring change. I love this. The only difference between this and the counterfeit form is the little gray dot. What are they seeing that I'm not? What little gray dot? My eyes just not seeing a difference makes it almost identical. Like it's just like right here, right? Like along this, like its back right here. It just changes from like right there, the normal black to green. Yeah. One bonus star because I think the green looks a bit more fitting than the solid black, but boring. See, I'm actually typing out responses. I'm being, I'm giving, fair ratings here. Giving my reasoning behind my ratings. The label on the bottom, possibly? I didn't see a change there. Like, there's no difference in the little authentication stamp. Oh. Okay, it actually posted. Okay, you have to just wait forever after posting for it to actually post. Okay. Rate random. Alright, we have Mousehold, which is one of the ones that also just was kind of disappointing. The little blue clothes just turn kinda yellow. They get a little bit of a tint to them. Also just really lame. Man, we're getting all the lame ones right now. I'm starting to realize shinies are just kind of lame. I do like how if we do this enough, though, the little guy right over here just kind of waves his hand. So we can just have him just wave back and forth. So I appreciate that. Okay, that's a good change between the shiny. Watch the table, let's say, Timu. Man, again, this is just... yeah. I can't even justify a 2. What are people saying? One of the worst in the game. I don't know about the worst, but it's definitely up there. Should rank lower its memorable hunt for me, not to mention immediately getting full odds 2 days after the fact. It's the rarest shiny. Change their overalls to red, you cowards. That would have been cool. Like, I 100% agree. No, I don't want to share. Terrible, awful, bad. Come on, bro. No change. None. There's a difference, and it took me 3 times to see it. Should have been light pink, white shade. Yeah, I can see that. I think it could go in the same direction as the person saying red, right? Shining him with bad eyesight gonna screw me over so bad. Man, like it's a challenge. Yeah, I'm going for a straight 1 on this one. The slight color change does nothing when the I can't type right now. Original color wasn't that noticeable. That's definitely spelled wrong. To begin with. I guess I have to wait for it to actually post it. Mousehold should go all black. I think that could work, right? That's not a bad idea. Yeah, I got what you meant. Right. I'm just gonna hope that these post the second I click it and just okay, that was the wrong button. Rated random shiny. Doing something more exciting this time. Okay, actually it's a higher review score. Honestly, still not super dramatic, right? Like the actual little spirit staying completely the same. Like not only is the purple the same, but so are the eyes. Like yeah, I get like, you know, it's changing the pot. It's still not that dramatic. Like, yeah, it looks neat. It's a very minor change. I don't know. I can actually see it now. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we can actually make it out. I don't know if it really deserves the 4 stars. Yeah, it's labels that Team AliExpress. Oh, yeah, the authentication stamp. See, even that doesn't change, right? Like that would have been cool. I don't know. There's just not enough here, which is saying a lot considering how many, you know, a bunch of the ones that we literally just went through where there was also just nothing. But yeah, you can actually see the change. That's an improvement. Love the pink. Fantasy Teacups, Beauty and the Beast. My favorite shinies. It would be 4 stars if golden pieces change the silver. Yeah, exactly. Label should be red like Pop Mart. Yeah. Just not... It's missing something. Not a bad change, but something is missing. And what, you were saying like silver? I think that could work. Like changing the accents to silver. Changing the gold to silver could be a good fit. Or even... changing the spirit itself. Yeah, 3 stars. Submit. All right. Next random. 3 stars. I didn't change the color of the actual. Yeah, 100%. Shiny Banette. Okay, this is another one that like you'll definitely notice, right? If you're like doing an encounter. Like, you'll definitely notice this one in, what's the word I'm looking for? In an outbreak. You would definitely notice this one amongst the crowd. And honestly, I kind of like the blue more than the black. It's similar to a lot of the ones that we've been seeing, though, where it's only, like, one color that's being swapped. Like, the eyes are the same, the mouth is the same. There's not really anything else they could do with the eyes and the mouth. But, like, just like, one color swap. But I actually like the blue more than this like gray going on here. Yeah, I love shinies that I can see. I mean, that is kind of the base goal. So 3.71, I'm kind of agreeing. I'm biased, although I'm not gonna lie. Even this Banette blue is still the best. Decent, not bad. A little boring, honestly, but at least it slightly changes. This person must be colorblind. I think the fact that it's like a faded blue still fits, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go for a 4. I feel like a lot of the times we tend to like shinies because they're rare and not always because we like the changes that it has. I genuinely like the blue a lot more. Like, it feels just more ghost typing to me, honestly. It fits with the Shuppet coloring. That's a good point. Yeah. Had no idea there was a site to rate shinies. I just kind of stumbled across this the other day. I was trying to find an image and somehow just came across this. I think I was doing a shiny hunt and I wanted to see the comparison between the regular and the shiny, and I just went straight to this site. It was like the first thing that popped up. I'm trying to think of how to even like what I would say for this one. I just like the blue a lot more, and it fits more in line with Shuppet. Submit. It's at least 2.5 shiny. If I'm blind, I can see the difference without glasses. I feel like that one's like a pretty easier one to spot. Okay, so we have Swepa. Or Spupa, sorry. I'm gonna say so many names wrong. It really gives it like the vampire vibe, right? Like, not really a Pokemon that I would like immediately like jump on. But the shiny's actually pretty sick. I really like how it kind of swaps too, where it's like a darker upper half. I hate that I can't hover over without it changing. But it has a darker upper half and a lighter bottom, and then this literally just swaps the directions. Now the upper half is lighter. It's literally just a palette swap between both halves. I really like that one. Sweepa shiny is nice. Swepa sounds better. It honestly does. Yeah, this one's honestly fantastic. I don't think, like, again, I wish I could do half stars, right? To me, it doesn't deserve a 5-star. Also, thank you for subscribing, Marzipan Panda. I don't think it deserves a full 5 stars, but like 4.5, because it's honestly just like a fantastic change. What are people saying about it? Cute, not very creative. Nice reverse plus the back of the head. Normal is better. IMO, but decent shiny. I firmly disagree. The shiny is so much better. Is the decent color swap. Looks like a murderous demon, though. I like inverted shinies. That is basically all it is, right? Shiny is better. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like, I want to give it a 4.5, but I'm gonna have to, like, just go down to a 4. Like, I have to reserve the 5s for the ones that, like, I really like. How do I phrase this one here? Gives vampire vibes. I love the swap between the dark and light. I don't know how to say that. Love the swap with the dark and light sides moving from top to bottom. I don't think it can fully make sense, but whatever, it's what I'm submitting. 4 it is. Yeah, it looks like a Akatsuki. I could see that, yeah. Alright, next random. Lilligant, okay. Has pretty high rating for being, again, very basic. I do think it's an improvement. Like, I think Shiny Lilligant looks better than the original Lilligant. Like, it's way too just monochrome, right? Like, ignoring the flower on its head. Even the flower, it has that, like, tinge of green to it. Like, the shiny is just so much more alive. Like, it's not all just green or, you know, has like a shade of green overlaid. I need a doctor to subscribe. Honestly, just a solid improvement. I think I have to go 4 again. What are people saying? Blue Relief is awesome. Then why did they give it 1? Okay, they're being sarcastic. Slightly bluer leaves. What do you? That is not the only change, guy. Like, first off, the leaves weren't blue at all. What do you mean by slightly bluer? They were green. Now they're blue. Also, like, it took the, like, really, like, low saturation flower on its head and made it look, like, vibrant. Like, it's far better. I would actually shiny hunt it. Yeah, Lilligant is, like, not on my top list at all, but that is definitely something that I would be 100% down to shiny hunt. Cute, not different enough. I'm tempted to give it a 5. Again, I think that with it being Lilligant, I want to, like, give it a little bit lower because I just don't care much for the Pokemon. It's fine. But the improvement is drastic. It's better, but it's kind of a small change. I still don't even agree with the small change. Like, it gets so much more vibrant. Like, I'm gonna have to give Lilligant a 5. Makes it fit the flower aesthetic. That's definitely gonna be spelled wrong, but it should be able to fix it from there. Aesthetic much better. Just a lot more vibrant. Submit rating. All right, next random shiny. We have, okay, that's fantastic. I didn't even know about that. Again, we're seeing like basically like a one color swap here, right? Okay, well the pink does get more dull. Like it gets a lot of the saturation removed from it. But the body changing to all black is actually really sick. Also, again, if I hover over it, okay, let me do it this way. You see like the like white line above the eye right here? I might have to zoom in even more depending on what you guys are watching this on. See like that white line right there above the eye? It goes away in the shiny. They turned the top like lines above the eye black, which is just a really weird choice. I mean, the red on the body turning like the same shade of pink as like the hair and stuff actually fits really well too. Like that's really cool. I think all the Tapus have the same change to black. I know Tapu Koko does. Yeah, like that is actually fantastic. Again, I'm tempted to go 5. So we'll change it effective. I would normally call this lazy because they gave. Oh yeah, so they get the same change for every Tapu, but they also so well I can't give them a bad rating. Let's see here. Yeah, everyone just seems to agree. Like, this is just fantastic. I do think that, yeah, it is pretty easy to make a Pokemon look good by just, like, where's it at? Yeah, like, changing it to black. Like, it's a pretty easy change to make. Let's go. Changing some bright color to black is just the easy way. Yeah, to make it good. Yeah, 100%. Definitely taking the shortcut. I can't type. To a good shiny by just changing it to black, but that doesn't mean that it isn't a fantastic change. Fantastic. Bam, submit rating. Black goes with everything. If they made every shiny black, I'm sure they'd be getting all 5 stars. Yeah, at that point, you just be rating on do you like the Pokemon or not, right? If they were all just black. Okay, so Meowstic female. Its shiny is such a bad change compared to male. Like, it's at 4 stars. It's at 4 stars. I don't know about that one. Prefer it over the original, really? People like that. It's all too bright, right? Like it blends in with the white. It looks like it's made out of cream. Like, prefer it over the original. I want to hear some arguments for this one in chat. What are other people saying? I wish it was pink. Oh, what do I crave? Lemon sorbet now. Downgrade 100%. Based in lemon pilled. Has a vanilla lemon cream flavor. It looks like an egg. Man, it looks nice. IDK, if you like yellow, that would be an amazing shiny. Yeah, looks like, yeah, it's straight up just piss colored. Yeah, albino. Yeah, 100%. It looks like it's just an albino. Makes it more like a cream cat. Yeah, like it doesn't. It looks like they're trying to turn it into food. It's hard to put into words. Also, thank you for subscribing. Hard to put into words like how I want to phrase this. It's just a really bad color. It's like whenever you have a monitor that is really poorly color calibrated, it makes all of the like light colors kind of. You know, like all the bright colors kind of like blur together. I actually have that issue. The monitor that I'm seeing stream on, it is not color calibrated well at all. The brightness is way too high. And so if I put up my other monitor, actually I can see my other monitor. Yeah, like the changes are hard to see. It almost looks like this is being rendered on a poorly color corrected monitor. Yeah, no, I'm giving that like a firm 2. Looks like cotton candy. I don't know about that one. 100% a down grade. How do I want to phrase it? This one's going to be getting some down votes. 100% a downgrade. The light color just mixes into the white way too much. Makes it look like a food-based Pokemon. Yeah, 100% not going for that one. Alright, next, random shiny. Let's not scroll to the bottom every time. Shiny Aldino, okay. Okay. I mean, there's definitely changes happening here. Are they good changes? I think I like the purple more. Maybe. I think if this is what it looked like normally, it would be weird, right? But I also like it more, despite the fact that it feels wrong. It feels like the wrong color. If it had not yellow but bright, like a bright blue. What are people saying? Orpal? Orpal. It's purple instead of pink. Kind of boring, but I'm biased to purple. I'm leaning between like a 3, 2 and 3. It looks more mature. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Very, very bad. Purple, I like it. Well, that person has the longest username. Sucker for shiny paradoxes, but also an amazing shining raider. That is a name. Love the colors. Change the bottom to a teal color. Yeah. I guess the eyes all change too, right? They go from blue to green. So at least there's more than one swap going on here. I kind of hate the fading animation, right? Like it makes. I wish it would just like a hard cut to the between the shiny and the standard. I'm probably gonna lean 3. Wish I could do 2.5. I do think it looks better than the OG, but just feels off. If the shiny was the OG color, I think we would all be calling for a change, even though I like it more. I don't know how to spell aesthetically. I think I'm gonna try visually than the OG. Pretty hard to understand my rating on that one. All right, let's go down to another random. Okay, much more drastic change. It just straight up looks like a pig. They just gave it the pig coloring. Honestly, I'm a fan. They took it straight out of its emo phase. I had no idea its shiny was just, you're a pig now. Hell yeah, a pig. You know what, Borisu? You know what? 5 stars. Hell yeah, a pig. Submit rating. Piggy 3. Nah. Yeah, see, pig 5 stars. That's the correct answer. Normally I hate big shinies. This one's no different, but it fits with the design. They still give it 1 star and they said it fits. Like, I'm honestly a fan. Okay, not gonna lie. This is on my bottom list of Pokemon. I really just don't like our little pig, like, at all. I really just hate this design. I think making it look like a pig is just kind of funny. I think it probably deserves like a 4 star, but I gave it a 5. Uh, Alright, okay. Thwacky. Also, I like when they can't quite get the right frame, and so it moves a little bit between the shiny and the original. You can kind of like make him dance a little bit. Honestly, a downgrade, but I do like the boost in saturation, right? It makes it look like a bad YouTube thumbnail, like my thumbnails, right? The saturation is boosted a bit too high. Piss Monkey very lovingly. I don't think it's bad. Like, I think it's a nice, like, aesthetic change, right? I feel like it almost fits, like, some of the Sun and Moon designs more than it does Sword and Shield in its shiny form. Like, you know, like the Tapus and all of that, with that, like, you know, like, kind of like the brown almost connecting it together right here. I don't think it's bad, but it's still not good. Like, I think aesthetically it's fine. Do I like it? I would take the original, right? Like, we think about shinies not as something that you have to chase down, but we think of it as just like, you can pick which color you like every time you catch one. I would 100% just go for the original. What are people saying? Don't care for it. Pineapple? Yeah, I see what they mean by pineapple. Yeah, I'm leaning towards the Obsidian. I like it a lot, even if it's a slight change. Golden, way better than Shiny Grookie. It's just cool. Why he banana? I'd be honest, I don't even remember what Grookie's shiny looks like, but everyone seems to not be a fan. Because the pineapple at what cost? Not changing the hand color was a ridiculous choice. I feel like it's getting a bit more hate than it deserves. I'm still leaning to. Oh, do you like the banana? Was leaning towards 3. I always do towards wrong. Was leaning towards 3, but I just like the OG colors more. I do like the saturation boost, though. And submit. Oh, whoops, I forgot to actually give it a rating. Bam! I'm shunning Thwacky and calling it banana. Too many citrus berries. Okay. Okay, we have Houndour. Can I be honest? I never cared for it. Like, just rating it highly because it's a drastic change. I think if it has the same issue that a lot of people complain about with the, you know, people always get mad about like the piss yellow and the vomit green shinies, right? They always get angry about them. And part of the biggest issue is that the whole thing just feels monochrome. It feels like every part of the Pokemon is some shade of yellow, some shade of green. If you're gonna call that out, you have to be willing to call this out too. Like, the body even gets that tint of blue. Like, it loses the red entirely, which can be fine, but it gets that same weird blue shade to it. Even the white looks like it gets a bit more blue, but that could just be because of like color blur on this really low res image. I feel like it's the same issue that people always complain about with the yellow and green shinies. Yeah, it's blue, right? It's a more favorable color. I don't like it. It looks washed out. It looks like, you know what? You could probably leave a Houndour card out in the sun and just let the UV light hit it for a long time, and that's what you get. You get this if you leave a Houndour card out in the sun for like 2 months. I always love blue Houndour and Doom. I don't. Like, I really don't like it. But I have an insane soft spot for all Gen 2. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Houndoom and Houndour. Like, they are some peak Pokemon, but that is such just a boring change. Yeah, if the red parts changed to a better bluish color, it would be better. Not even, it doesn't even have to be blue. Like, if it changed to anything, I'd say but what it did, or even just the fact that it got the same, like, blue treatment, right? I think even, like, a different shade of blue wouldn't have worked well. Now, if it would have, like, if the whole body would have gone white, the white parts go black, and then the red parts go blue, that would have been okay. This just, it feels wrong. Obsidian, welcome to stream. Jinnot G, FTN rip my keyboard. Yeah, man. Seems like you're having keyboard issues. Black to red. They literally just let the blue filter on top of the whole. Yeah, 100%. Let's see what people are saying. It wants to be ice dark. Yeah, yeah. Black to blue, 5 stars. My first shiny in Pokemon Scarlet. Blue dog, not much feeling, kind of weird but cool. I don't think I can go low enough to give it 1 star, right? I don't think I can give it 1, but I can't give it 3 either. It's just so bland. I'm really going off on this poor little dog. Has the same issues as the yellow/green shinies that everyone complains about. The all of the colors just blend together in a blue blob. If you left a Houndour card out in the sun for 2 months, this is what you would get. Still not awful. At least you can see what changed, and it is a bit unique. Man, I wrote a paragraph for that one. They could have done so much better. 100%. Like, that is just so boring. I really just don't care for it. Man, bullying a rare pup for 5 whole minutes. Yeah. Whoa, okay. Shiny Golurk is sick. It 100% goes from Pokemon to Dragon Quest. Pokemon, Dragon Quest creature. Like 100%. That is sick. Bro, just roast my boy. Man, that it almost feels like it turns into like a magic thing, right? And I guess that was kind of already what Golurk's going for. You have like the runes, you know, kind of infecting, like, I don't know. It also makes me think, like, which Final Fantasy was it? Was it 6? Final Fantasy 6 that you played as Terra? It kind of reminds me of some of like the Magitech stuff from that game too. 1,000,000% sick ass shiny 10 out of 10. Pretty colors being pretty together. Like that it's so well done. If I had to improve anything, I would want the green to be more vibrant, right? But honestly, that being kind of duller, it also just gives like a mystical feeling. One of my favorite shinies, greatest shiny of all time. The darker color of neon green is so cool. I want to call it neon green, but by comparison to the rest of its body, it's kind of neon. Just so good. I like the green light and gray, just amazing. Yeah, everyone seems to agree. Like, this thing is just fantastic. Again, Golurk is not a Pokemon I think about often, but it is definitely going on my list of things I need to shiny hunt. You know, the shiny is almost perfect. Imagine if the brick red instead of gray. I see what they're going for, right? I think that could work, but I definitely don't think it would be as good as what we actually got. So no, I'm 100% going 5 stars on this guy. How do I phrase this one? Just a flat improvement across the board. Almost gives it a Magic vibe. Submit rating. And next, random shiny. We have Shiny Lampent. Is it just the flame in the center? Okay, no. It's a weird choice, right? The flame changing to that like light pink, like that light red / like pink is really cool. I think the eyes going blue is cool. Why did they just turn up the brightness on the body? That's weird to me. I think I would like the shiny far more than the original if they just left the black alone. I still think I like it more than the original, but not as drastically. Like, I don't know. The lighter color body just throws me off. I like the series of shinies. Not me making a list of Pokemon to shiny hunt before even getting my Switch. Had the black be a slight burnt orange. Yeah, that could work. All the flames are different. I really like the eyes and the flame color change, but it loses that like wizard tower kind of idea, right? What are people saying? I don't think the blue eyes go well with the... I think that they do, and I kind of like the blue eyes because it kind of represents what it was, right? Like the eyes turn the same color or similar color to what the flames originally were. Blue eyes in a lighter shade of purple. Not much has changed, but it's still nice. Very annoying on SV where you need to see if the steel part is brown or the eyes are darker. Is it that hard to spot? Just look for the flame, right? Brown isn't swag, but blue fire goes hard. Somehow looks more ghostly. The brown isn't my favorite, though. I'm gonna have to go with a 3. I think I would have gone with a 4 if it wasn't for the brown. The fire and eye changes are fantastic, but the body being a much brighter color by comparison kind of loses that wizard tower effect that it could have had. Cool. Rate shiny. I still think it's really nice. Again, I wish you could do half stars. I wish I could do 3.5. I do think it's a really cool one. It's one that I would want to shiny hunt, right? Man. Okay, so many pop-ups, man. It's just kind of bad, isn't it? It goes from like, you know, already a weird legendary, let's be honest here. It goes from already a weird legendary to a mascot. It goes from legendary to Sonic's new mascot. Like, Sonic the Restaurant. Yorn credits. That doesn't fit, not 2 stars. It's not Gengar bad, but... What are people saying? Wow, 5-star. Love the purple and excellent accent color and perfect for Thundurus. I love how the purple looks on it, but I have stated in several other ratings I'm super biased for the color in general. Looks weird in my opinion. Pokemon and shiny version. Game Freak, why? I don't like it. I don't dislike it. The original is better, not great. Think it's mid. He is nothing to me. Like, wow, this person's really, really opinionated on this one. Thundurus is a bad Pokemon. Little better. I really don't think it's better. Like, it just straight up turned into, like, cereal mascot. That's 100% what they turned it into. Like, yeah, no. Do I go for a 1? I think I go for a 1. What did Thunderous do to that guy? I mean, apparently nothing. He is nothing to me. They didn't do anything to him. I'm gonna give it a 2, just because I'm a little bit biased, because I just don't like the new form of Thunderous, to be fair. Went from Pokemon to cereal box mascot. God, I really just can't spell. 2 stars, just to make up for my bias against, how do you spell Thunderous? Thund, is it UR? Yeah, URUS. And at least the change is noticeable. That's also definitely spelled wrong. Noticeable. If only meh was a color. If only meh was a color, that's what it would look like. Yeah, 100%. All right, submit rating. Let's go down and rate a random shiny. Yeah, you can just like go in order, but that's kind of lame. Okay. Now look, I get it. It turns green. If it turns green or yellow, Pokemon community says it's bad. This is a bad Pokemon. Look, it turned green like the memes about how everyone hates the green shinies. I think it looks cool. I like it. I actually like the green Zubat. The original's better, but I like the green Zubat. If the green was like a lighter color, right, I would understand like the argument for like a low rating. I think 3.6 is still kind of fair. I think it should be closer to like 3.5. Yeah, right there. Better of the green cursed Pokemon, 100%. Like, it's better than most of like the vomit green ones. The green doesn't look that bad here. I still don't understand what they're going for with it. There were so many. Okay, I don't disagree. There are far better options. Like white and red would have been sick. I'm also biased. I love white and red. Yeah, right here. Despite how much I dislike green shinies, I don't hate this one. It's just okay, not the same. I'm sure if I love Zubat, I enjoy it more. People are really opinionated on this one. A darker black and shiny blue, that also be pretty cool. So clean for a green. I like that rhyme. Green bat, but it's funny little green bat. Mid 3 to 5. I still hate the 2. Welcome to stream. It's just fitting. I kind of like it. I'm gonna have to go for a 4. Not better than the OG. Would love a white/red. But how do I want to phrase this? This serves as a great example that green does not always equal bad. And submit rating. Alright, next rando. Shiny Palossand. I mean, come on. I definitely already knew about. Okay, I know, credits, cool. Can this one, is it possible to not give this one a 5? Again, it's so easy for them to just make Pokemon Black. Now it's cool, but like, it is really nice. All the little gems down here like turn from that that like white, you know, like the white just like rocks, right, to being blue. These pretty much stay the same. Like, yeah, blue, pink, blue, pink, blue, pink. They change a little bit. I think the yellow top also just fits really like the shovel in the top. Oh geez, 10 out of 10. It's just pretty, like, again, turn it black and it's the best shiny. It's death at the beach. Black sand makes sense. You have one to go. That's actually sick. I kind of want to hunt this thing down again. Like this. I mean, I want it to complete the Pokédex. Like this, I want it in my party. Like it. Yeah, 100%. You're not wrong. Like make any Pokemon, make its primary color black, and it just sells, man. Okay, that's a scam. One of my favorites. It's a cool, shiny, cool, amazing. Number one, best ground type by far. Somehow manages to look dark and imposing despite being just sand. Yeah. Hate description, love Poke. What's the description? Description's fine. I don't understand the. Soul Sand. Yeah, actually. One of my favorite shinies. Beautiful. Kind of reminds me of Moon Sand. Black like Pokemon Soul for all those kids that ate it. What? Oh. Okay. My camera just died, so I guess we're just gonna turn that off. Hold on. I was afraid that would happen. So that was the. If you were in the Discord and you saw that I said I had a minor issue, that was the minor issue. My I thought I had my other thing bookmarked. Did I not? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There's the editor. All right. Editor now gets to run stream. Okay. Why can't I move editor? Where did it go? I lost it again. Anyways, yeah, my camera was dead, and I figured, you know, surely once it got going, it would be okay. Why is it not letting me? Am I dumb? It's not locked. Okay, there we go. Editor needs to go on that side, and then we can move this down. No, it is plugged in Obsidian. But I use a phone as my webcam. I use a software called Camo, to capture my face. It looks a lot better than using like a cheap webcam, which I have done in the past. I actually used to use like a DSLR camera for my webcam. I should transfer it from to home for Violet. Don't use one and go. I mean, this is an easy 5 stars, like easy 5 stars. I'm still like emoting with my head, even though you guys can't see me now. I'm a simple man. Change primary color to black. Get 5 stars. Alright, and on to the random shiny. Yeah, I thought it was actually charged up enough. Like, I didn't think it would die like once it started charging. Again, also just kind of makes me think, like, it turned into food. I gotta say, I do like the original Crobat more. Let's see. The green isn't my cup of tea, but great shiny. I caught a green Zubat in my virtual console replay of goal. Like the change. I don't like the bright pink. Let's see here. You like the shiny Crobat. 10 out of 10, really? I don't know about 10 out of 10. Like, at all. I don't think it's bad. I think it's pretty cool. But I'd probably just give it like a 3. Huh. What are people saying? I like the pink. What really throws me off is the snot green wings. It's sorbet colors. Yeah. I kind of hate the line, but pink is nice. The green on the inside is gross, though. Also, it's ironic that I have my editor image pulled up down here of Zubat while we're doing Crobat. I'm sorry, guy? Doesn't change at all. That 100% this person needs to get tested for color blindness. Is that type of color blindness where you would see these as being the same? Like, surely there's a type of color blindness out there that would do that. If it's like a food, it makes you uncomfortable. When I talked to him Mons, I was so happy to get it in Arceus. I had one in Emerald. I traded it for my copy of Y. Thanks, been fun. Legally Blind. Yeah, like, how do you not see the change? Like, that has to be someone with colorblindness. Pingreen is very nice. Way better than Shiny Zubat and Golbat. I actually don't think I like it more than Shiny Zubat. I mean, I'm really stuck on this one. I know I'm going to give it 3, though. Changed from bat to food. I don't hate it, just kind of off-putting. I was gonna put pudding with 2 D's as a joke, cause haha food. But I think that would just fly over the heads of people just scrolling by. Ogerpon Wellspring Mask. Is there really... Do any of the Ogerpon mask forms change the shiny at all? Like, I think it just changes the Ogerpon. Like, I don't think the masks ever change, do they? I'm not seeing any change. I kind of don't like the green. Like, this, it changes all of it to just... nothing changes but the face. It just turns the face green. It's real weird. What are people saying about this? I know this is biased because Ogerpon is my favorite Pokemon. Why does the mask have shiny part 2? Not great at all, but I do like the green face. Same as teal mask. These are boring as heck. Bad. I want to see some of the 5 stars. It makes sense why the mask doesn't change, and I like the green face, so 5 out of 5. It just blends together really well. How do you open stuff you sent in your PO box? I make the figures based off of artwork from Pokemon card art, and I was planning to send you some to review in a video for free. Feel free. I actually did a run to my PO box today. There was more there than I expected. But I have not done a... I wish I could, like, actually talk to the camera, but it's dead. I haven't actually done my first PO box video yet, but we might be getting closer to that. It just depends on receiving things, right? So I need to have enough things to justify doing like my first PO box video. And I want to say that we're really close to that mark. Ogerpon would be cool if the masks changed. I get why they don't, right? Because the mask is like a physical... It's a physical object. It's an item that you can, like, take off of it and put in your pocket. Like, I get why the mask doesn't change color, but I wish it did. Man, do I just get... I think I'm going to give this one a 1. Really boring. Just makes the whole body blend together. And you see less separation between the body and face. I get why the mask doesn't change, but more could have been done. Separation. Rob Ogerpon and put it mask in your pocket. All right, next. Gotcha, so send you like 20 sculptures then. The one thing I always tell you when it comes to the PO box is just like, don't go sending me anything like crazy expensive or whatever. Like, think about yourself first. Think about your bills and everything else. I looked it up though because I was gonna grind for shiny, and a site I read said no chains for shiny. Let me see if I can find it. God, Cubone's so tiny. I need to like zoom in far more here. We're just gonna make it like, okay, that's as big as I can make Cubone. I don't hate it, right? I kind of like how it gets darker. I just wish it like, what am I looking for? I wish that's all it did. I wish it just got darker. And I know it's gonna sound like, oh, green bad. But in this case, yeah, green bad. I think any color would be bad, right? I think just removing the color and not black. Okay, it doesn't have to be black, but like a gray. would have been really cool. That's if you're going for a dark color, right? Like if you wanted it to be dark, which I think the dark looks really cool, like that personally. If they wanted to go more vibrant, that would have been cool too. Like a bright red, would have been cool. Bad green, like it's moldy. Oh yeah, there's no change for shiny listing on Bulbapedia. I have less than $1 equivalent in my bank account, so I'm just sitting there waiting. So then I can some figuring too. Bad green, like it's moldy. So it exists, but you can't get it. Yeah, shiny Aeolin Mor. Yeah, 100%. Shiny Aeolin Marowak is sick. The only builds I care about are the ones on my gold cards. My wife would kill me by saying, yeah. Yeah, one thing I always try to mention whenever I talk about the PO box. Of course, today's video is a little bit different. I didn't want to spend too long on the little ad read in that video. I'm sure if you guys watched it, you understand. I like the dark change. I think the dark change is cool. I just hate that it kind of does like that additional color. Another green shiny out of the list of ones I don't like. Again, I don't think it's an example of a bad green shiny. I don't think the green necessarily makes it bad. I think any color there being like that, I don't know. It's all right. To be honest, I don't know what I would give this. We're gonna skip it, and maybe one day we'll come back to it again, and I can give it an actual rating. It's the first one that I've had to make that decision on. Okay, wow. Pikachu, but now wearing shirt. God, Pikachu shiny is just so lame. Why does it look more drastic here? Why does the shiny look like there's more going on? Everybody has a shiny in games data. They just shiny lock some. Yeah. It's green because it's sickly. People don't really have much to say on this. Green on Pikachu supremacy. Then why do you give it 2 stars? Why didn't you give it 2 if you're saying it's supremacy? Sizor is the best green shiny. Sizor is sick. No, but they gave it 2 stars. 1 out of 10, terrible. I think I just have to go with this. 1 star. The Pokemon Company being afraid to make Pikachu anything but yellow just makes it a lame shiny. I've talked about this multiple times, but Pikachu was not my first ever shiny, but might as well have been. I was doing a shiny hunt. What, maybe somebody in chat can tell me. I don't remember. What generation was it where you had the friend safari? I was doing a friend safari, and some friend of mine, it was her like electric safari. I don't remember what I was trying to hunt at the time, and I ended up finding shiny Pikachu instead. And I didn't like. I saw the shiny effect play, and I'm like, okay, this is a shiny. What changed here? It was my first time actually trying to do a shiny hunt, right? So again, it wasn't my first ever shiny, but my first time ever trying to get a shiny. And I ended up getting Pikachu instead, and it was just so disappointing. Anyway, submit rating. And rate random shiny. Shiny Mabostiff. Really, 3.2 stars. I really like Shiny Mabostiff. Am I crazy? Like, I think just making it darker just kind of fits the Pokemon more. Gen 6 for Safari, okay. Wait, Shiny Sizor mentioned. My first shiny was Drowsy and Crystal, but I killed it accidentally. That sucks. To be fair, as a kid, I probably killed so many shinies having no idea. That feels low. It feels low. Another good subtle yeah, exactly. Subtle shiny would have been better if it were at least 1 major change. Hard to see the difference. How? Like, yeah, it's a bit subtle, but what do you mean by hard to see? Shinies were hard to notice back in the day. That's true. Blurple. Yeah, that guy gets a like. Well, the purple very distinct compared to the original brown. Not too bad. Dark Doggo. Too small of a change. Man, I really don't see what people are saying by that. He turns dark purple, 10 out of 10. I killed a shiny Geodude, didn't know shiny existed back then. Yeah, like 100% as a kid, I would have done that multiple times. Give me 1 second. If my camera's not gonna work, I can at least turn up my studio lights so I can actually, like, see better and not be burning up. Yeah, this is a firm 4 out of me, for me. I think it could be better. Like, don't get me wrong, they could have done more. The eyes and the nose staying yellow is still kind of lame. I do like that the hair gets a little bit darker, right? Like, it gets slightly darker. Maybe not. I think it's just like the transition throwing me off. I don't know. I think it's a firm 4. The darker color just feels a lot more fitting to me. Going with purple was probably the best choice. Submit. I can see it without glasses. What do you mean, small change? My second was Badoo. I knew better by then. God, the credit pop-ups. I don't even know what the credits are for. Okay, again, people always complain about the green. I think that's a good green shiny. Not a whole lot changes here. The belly goes from like a very light tan to a more vibrant yellow, right? Same with the ear. The head stays basically the same. The actual, like, rim part, I'd say it gets, like, slight darker, maybe. I like him. I actually want to say 4. I like the yellow and green. Graveheart is a better dog shiny. To be honest, I don't know what it looks like, so I can agree. I only need 4 more Mons and Violet so I can finish my decks, and the main one and each of the other 2 DLC dexes. I'm still missing like 1 or 2 things from the DLC, but I played the hell out of them pretty recently because of the Switch too. Do I want to go with a 4 or a 3? Like, again, I wish you could do like 3.5. It's a good dog skeleton, gold dog skeleton. That's actually kind of sick. What are people saying? Looks like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. I don't like the green on this one. Bad shiny. Just basically sucks. I don't like the shiny green Pokemon. You know what? Maybe that's why I like it. Maybe that's why I like it. Yoshi is the best Mario character. Working my decks in both games. Salamander green. Yeah, there's a lot of good green shinies. Yeah, I mean, I still know what people are complaining about when they complain about bad shinies, though, right? This just isn't one of those. Solid 4. I am thinking 4. Super noticeable. I don't think just it being noticeable is a reason for a high score, but how do I even put this one? I mean, noticeable is a good way of putting it, right? Like, it adds a lot of color, it becomes more vibrant. I'm trying to think of how I even want to word this one. Neon, how do I even, Neon, Bagon. Best, Bagon. Wow, that's my least descriptive rating I've done so far. Alright, next random shiny. I think I'm losing my mind. I've only been streaming for 1 hour and 18 minutes. I'm already going insane. Winter hat. You know, I'm just gonna skip the hat ones. Like, unless the hat itself actually changes, I don't care. Come on, give me a random one. Shiny Palafin 0. Okay. That's a pretty drastic change. I think the eyes, like, objectively just look better. And then the purple and blue swap is kind of up to the individual. I think I like the blue more, honestly, but the purple is still very fitting. Like, it's a good shiny. I like the purple, but you can't beat us normal forms colors. Yeah, 100%. Like, the purple looks good, but I think that the normal form is better. I still think the eyes are better in the shiny form. My favorite shiny I have is Shiny Reverum. Have one of those and it's sick. But blue is already a good color, soothing. Normally I hate purple shinies, so this one gets a pass. I'm not big on purple shinies. That's just shiny Finizen. Sure, man. Urple Dolphin. People keep everybody's spelling purple weird in the reviews on this site. Like, it was funny the first, like, 20 times, but now it's starting to get a little old. I think it's a solid shiny. Like, I think it gets a solid 4 out of me. I think I like the original more. But it's just solid. I still like the OG more. But a very solid shiny. Honestly, a toss-up. Miscellaneous purple is always fun. I mean, everyone that uses the site seems to agree. Purple is easy 10 out of 10 for me. Okay. That's not bad. Okay, credits, cool, woo. That's really not bad. I don't have a whole lot to say on it. I mean, it looks like it turns into a strawberry. Cool, thank you very much for subscribing. It really does turn into a strawberry. Just like Hatterene, amazing. 1. Well, yeah, 1. He definitely got that correct. 5 stars. God, the aesthetic is so nice. Love, nice color palette. Slight tone change in the hair is needed to do. Not big of a change, it's still beautiful. It's okay. I like the original better, though. I gotta agree on that. I do think I like the original more. Strawberry yogurt, 100%. I think I gotta agree, Obsidian. I'm thinking I'm winning between 3 and 4. Again, if I could do half stars, that would be fantastic. I still do like the original more, but you know, I gotta give it. I gotta give it to it for the strawberry yogurt. Hold on, Stallberry. How did you spell it? Yogurt. There we go. My most comprehensive review yet. Shiny Spoink. So we have the... Oh, okay. You know what? I like him. I've never said that about Spoink. I have never said that phrase about Spoink. I like him. That looks like a creature straight out of Kirby. My second favorite shiny is a Pachirisu named Blingus. Man, I wonder where that came from. English is stupidly hard. The difference between yogurt and yogurt. That's the difference. Yogurt. Spoink is pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Honestly, yeah, the 3.95. It becomes pinker like a real pig. And the pearl hose white. Little pig. That little pig that dies when it stops bouncing. Isn't too bad, but for the original, it's hideous. I love it. Yeah, 100%. There's your like, buddy. Why do I get the option to share their review? Looks naked but cool. Purple parts black. Straight up, it's like a Kirby creature, man. That's pretty sweet. Spoink is a good boy. Hell yeah, pig, but small now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I can give it a 5. Yeah, I can give it a 5 if I can. From Pokemon to Kirby, creature. Unexpectedly good. Shiny. Submit rating. I didn't think Spoink would ever pull something out. Like, I didn't know what a shiny looked like. I mean, yeah, Nidorino, I really do like the blue swap. Like, I think I gotta go with a solid 4 on that. They could have done more, but it's still pretty sick. What are people saying for this one? Blue. Yeah, correct. They chose a darker, more grayish blue here. Looks great. Ideal of a nice dark blue. Don't like the gray. Again, I think we're looking at colorblind people that are rating shinies. The whole Nidorino shiny is nice. It's actually pretty sick. My least favorite shiny is Tinkaton. Really? I think I remember you talking about that before. What if the Nidorino party happened out in Nidorino? Still got a fun theme. I'm a bit scared for Nidoking though. An improvement. We don't talk about Nidoqueen. Switching the colors around between genders is actually quite smart. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd just give it a solid 4. They turned the hammer brown. Yeah, I think you were the one that was very upset about that. Yeah. I'm trying to think of how to even phrase this one. I don't know if I'll steal part of Obsidian's review there. Switching the colors around between genders is actually quite smart. There, I just straight up copied your entire comment. My second time doing that. It's a wood hammer though. I think we were hoping that it would like become like a different different metal type. Well, see, I didn't quite copy your entire comment. I did spell color the correct way. All I'm saying. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna copy yours word for word and just take one letter out. Random shiny. Okay. Again, green shiny that looks good. It should be like platinum or chrome. I kind of like it. I wish the blue for like the little spiky hands, the little scythes. I wish they were more vibrant. Because they almost look like icicles, which is pretty cool. I wish they were more vibrant blue to kind of like stand out against the vibrant green, right? Maybe turn the green down a bit and turn the blue up a bit. It's like radioactive, yeah. It's like a wink to shiny Corviknight. I have no idea how to spell it. Night Metal Bird, you know the one, but I could be completely wrong. Because hammer is made of the bird. Oh, that actually makes so much sense, Borisu. As a very proud owner of a shiny Corviknight, because I absolutely love Corviknight, that makes so much sense. That its hammer would turn the same color as Corviknight shiny, because they literally like, Tinkaton literally like, they kill Corviknight and use them to make their hammers, right? That's actually, I never put that together. Pretty good, could be better. Yeah, I have to agree on that. It's oversaturated, and I actually might go with the same 2 stars because of that, but it's not bad. Alien fossil. I'm gonna go with 3. A good example of a good looking green shiny. Just wish it was a bit less saturated. Could also be improved if the green size, not green, if the blue, oh, wow, blue sides were brought up in saturation to match, or at least closer. See, I can give some longer reviews, all right? Let's see, mind blown. That's actually pretty deep. I love the steel bird, but I hate that it's a victim at the same time. I thought it's a line. In fact, I heard it somewhere. I do gotta say, as much as I love Corviknight, its shiny is lame. Like I gotta say, between Tinkaton and Corviknight, they definitely screwed my bird over on its shiny. Dang, I'm so upset about the color MO. That's already kind of thing. Copper, rusted wood, not platinum or chrome. All right, we have Clodsire. Wow, they give this one this is like high up on the list, right? For it to be at 4.49, that has to be like on the top leaderboard. I mean, it is an improvement. I think it looks far better. I would say they could do more with it, but I really don't know what else they could do. I can't think of a way to improve it aside from the rule of thumb of make primary color black and it improves shiny. Shows that it's a poison type now instead of his ground. Yeah, that's actually a fantastic point. Blue doesn't look good on him, even though he is poop browned. He. Noise purple, Claude. He good, round. He round. Just beautiful. Pokemon. Correct. You got it. It's a Pokemon. Can you tell if it's shiny or not? Guys, what is this site primarily used by the colorblind? What is happening? Can you tell if it's shiny? I don't know, guys. Can you tell the difference between shiny Clodsire and not shiny Clodsire? Its ribs should be red. Make it pink or white IDK. I would eat it. Yeah, not brown anymore. I think that brown Pokemon are still fitting, right, depending on the environment. But I do have to agree with it being being poison ground, like a brown and purple would be kind of fitting. I think that brown and purple also would kind of clash. So they had to pick, right? It's like they had to pick, do we make it brown or do we make it purple? And I think the Pokemon Company went the wrong way. And so they kind of did it justice by giving it the purple body with its shiny. Answer is yes, they're all colorblind. I like to rate shinies and have no idea what colors are. I've never seen so many people who has worse vision than me. I don't know if I can give it I think I can. I think I can give it a solid 5. It would be a 4.5 if that was an option. The spiny fish Pokemon. The purple fits the poison type really well. Between the OG and shiny, we basically have the two color. That is nice, well, two color palettes. That is not how you spell palette, right? Like I spell it like a wooden palette. To match its typing. I wish you could comment on other people's responses and tell them. Oh, thank you very much, Obsidian Panther. P-A-L-E-T-T-E. I still blame my terrible spelling on my dyslexia. For paint palette, yeah. Random shiny. It's actually funny because like growing up, like when you're, God, how old is that? That's like elementary school, like doing like a spelling class. Always my worst. It was always my weak spot. And I was so excited whenever I hit that grade where you don't have to do spelling anymore. Like that was unironically like exciting to me as a kid because I was so bad at it. My poor parents had to deal with me just like, losing my mind over my lack of ability to spell. But they didn't know back then that I was dyslexic, so maybe that would have changed things if we would have known that. Might be 2 L's for you, Rubs Chin. 3.52 out of 5. Only 42 ratings, really, on one of the like lake spirits. Man, I really don't know. Ranging of hot chocolate marshmallows, fits with the yellow big forehead. I think this is another one that I just kind of want to skip because I can't think of anywhere close of what I would want to give it. It's a whole class in the US. Yeah, it's like elementary school, so it's like a thing that you do for like a year or two. Like, we're talking like young grade, like new to going to school. What are people saying? It's very good, not so bad. 4. Yes, 4. Banana flavored. Underrated. Great choice of colors. Very good. Let me check my camera real quick. We might just have to do like an entirely no camera stream. Yeah, it's dead. Too much yellow even for me. I think this is one that we just skip for now. Tells me 2 L's are wrong, but it might not be American English. I would have no idea. Back in my day when spelling wasn't invented. Alright, Shiny Okie Dokie. Yeah, I remember this one. What a terrible change. Like, how are people giving it 5s? Black turning orange is awesome. Oh my god, my eyes. I have to agree with John Blind here. Have to agree with John Blind of all people. Yuck. Terrible color change. Change the green too. Shiny is McDonald's ripoff. Yeah. Alright, I'll highlight the whole thing. Gotta quote my boy John Blind here. Oh god, my eyes. Submit rating. Yeah, oops, 1 star. Whoops, can't forget that. John Blind is a phenomenal username. Like, don't get me wrong, it's cool that it's a noticeable shiny, right? But god, it's just so bad. Like, it is not good on the eyes at all. And somehow even John Blind knew that. Wow, really? They gave Sliggoo a 4.46. I gotta see the defenses for this one. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that it's like a terrible 1-star shiny, but it's not far above either. Really, a 4.46. He looks delicious. Not my favorite colors, but very fitting. Vanilla and strawberry cream splattered on the ground. People love this thing. It's beautiful. It's pretty. Sliggoo, Fluttershy, Yippee, Days These Days. I love the shiny a lot. I don't... Yeah, like 100%. I don't understand the... Really? Like a 2 or a 3 sounds fitting to me. Because they put effort in. Did they? I mean, yeah. The eyes turning the purple kind of makes them soulless. I can't see the difference. Add salt immediately. I never seen Sliggoo shiny. What do you think of it, Borisu? Because, like, I want to hear some opinions on this. I feel like this is some review botting going on here. Let's look at how many reviews there actually are in total. Okay, there's only 26. That makes more sense that their reviews would skew one way. With a higher data set, right? Significant reference, yes. Looks good, yeah. Man, I really... Absolutely not. Like, people that are voting it low are getting downvoted. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. I think I have to agree with that. Wish I could do 2.5. Really don't understand it. Its high rating. The colors are just so much more bland. Like the soul was sucked out of it. Literally, as far as the eyes, anyways. Because the eyes really do just like it lost its soul. Like, I don't know. I really just don't care for it. I know my review's gonna get downvoted into oblivion. Definitely noticeable that it looks like food, not in a good way. You don't want it to touch you. It looks like a spoiled yogurt. Yeah, now everyone's on a downvote. Oh no, my reputation on shinyrating.com is gonna be really hurting from this one. Okay, so black and purple flowers as opposed to the red and blue. That's really the only change. The body gets like a bit more yellow, like a bit of a yellow tint added to the green, very minor. The black and purple is really cool. I do like the original more, but as far as like just like a shiny, the black and purple is pretty sick. Like, it is a good alternative, right? Which is what you should really be considering a shiny to be, as an alternative. Like, again, I like the original more, but that's, yeah. It turns it kind of goth. Micro flowers, that's a favorite color scheme, so I'm not biased. Nothing really changes. This one's so peak. No matter what, Mother slays. Okay. Just get a shiny Roselia. Good. So unoriginal. Like the black flower, everything is dollar. It's elegant, but it's not too far away, so you're not seeing it. I think black flowers are an odd choice. I get the idea, right? I don't know. Again, as a shiny, it's a pretty solid standout. I don't know how I would compare it to the... I don't know. I want to give it... God, again, I wish I could do like 3 point... I'm just going to say 3.5. You know, it won't actually affect the rating. A solid shiny, even if I like the OG more. Does fit the elegant vibe better. I like the original better. Yeah, I agree. Like, the original is better. I still think as a standalone shiny, it is fantastic. God, why did you have to put Carvine in my face? God, I hate it, shiny. Braid at random. Scrafty. You know, again, an example of the green kinda working, but not really. Like, the green and, like, that yellow... Man, it's just so much worse than the original. I mean, hey, you go into a raid, you send out shiny Scraggy, no one's gonna not know that you have a shiny Scraggy, right? This boy is gonna pop. Like, you're gonna notice him. I don't know if that's for a good reason. 31 ratings, so pretty low ratings. Don't like the green, everything else is fine. It's womaned. What? Pretty cool in my opinion. I don't care for what other people say. I love this shiny, especially the sprite form. That green is an eyesore. Yeah, the green-yellow combo is just... I like the original better. Pokemon you'd take to a rave. Looks like a TMNT outfit. That's the second time we've had a Pokemon shiny compared to a Ninja Hurdle today. Man. Take this thing into a raid, and everyone will notice that you have a shiny how do you spell it again? Scrafty, but not really for the right reasons. The green honestly could work, but with that yellow, it just looks like a poorly dressed clown. God, I'm going hard on this Scrafty. It really does, though. Like, I feel like 1 is a little harsh. I wish I could do 1.5. I'm gonna say 1.5, even though it doesn't actually mean anything. Like, I wish you could do half stars. But I'm definitely going real hard on this Scrafty here. We're hitting submit. I missed the other one. Throw Mince on fire. That's what happened when you let your Scrafty choose its own outfit. Poor Scrafty got roasted. Goth Kid rebelling against its parents. Yeah, honestly. Oh, okay. It did the refresh because the review posted. Can I like my own post? Is that an option? Can I? Yeah, I can. I can like my own. Oh, I'm talented now. I got the talented for having 34 ratings. I think guest. So you get like guest if you haven't like actually made an account. Talented if you get like so many ratings. Expert. They have 743 rankings. Good God. So beginner, they have 1. So I guess in beginner is what you start with if you just made your account. Another expert account. What are they at? 284. Really? Expert. 284. So probably around like 200, 250 you get the expert role. And then at 743, you're still just an expert. Oh, you guys can't see the pop-ups. My bad. Whenever I hover over it, there's a little pop-up that pops up telling me how many reviews they have. This guy has 743 reviews. And then this guy down here has 287, and they're both considered expert. Like, they gotta add some more rules. They gotta add some more in-betweens here. Alright, rate a random shiny. Okay, Magmortar. So this is one of the first shinies that I got as a hacked mon from doing Wonder Trade. Really didn't leave a crazy impression on me. Looking back, it is kind of sick. Like the pink flame, like the temperature is changing. I like it. I don't like it as much as the original Magmar, right? I think like the fire aspect of the shiny is cool. The body looks kind of weak. Wow, you don't even have her. There's literally no stars. How are there people with no actual rating here? Can you do that? It didn't let me do it. I like pink shinies. This, I assume, made for sure factors. I'm truly enjoying the design and layout of your site. I don't know if you're reviewing the site here, guy. Okay, why are a lot of these posts about the site? Right here. Okay, there's a lot of reviews about the site here. I think, I'm thinking that this, Shiny Magmortar, this URL is what this person linked to like advertise their site was directly to the Shiny Magmortar. Why does its tail change? What do you mean? I think it's a shiny. It's definitely pretty good. I think it's a pretty solid shiny. I still just like the original more. Something is broken there. Yeah. I want to go like 3.5 again. I think it's better than the norm. We're gonna go 4. We're gonna go 4. It feels like they went with a change in fire temp, which is a neat idea. Not sure what all of the other reviews. I mean, I am losing my ability to type. Reviews here are about. Like, people are rating the site and not the shiny. Submit. Alright, next. The flame is moving. Oh, it's just where they can't get the same snapshot every time, like wherever they're getting their shiny art from. Shiny Spidna. Man, I really just don't care for it. Also, they did 2 different patterns of Spidna here too. If it had normal flames and not pink, it would be so much wrong. I like the shiny tall tail on the sprite. Yeah, that's the main reason I give it a higher rating. I like the flame on the tail. Shiny chemicals thrown into it. Bamboo Boy. Man, I gotta say the original is far better. The green just blends in too well. This is gonna be a quick one from me. Not a bad shiny, but not great. The green blends in too much. Like, it really does, like... I wish the green was a bit more vibrant. To be honest, I don't know what else they could do aside from upping the saturation on the green, or just going with a different on the green. Not really any other colors on the body they could change. Yeah, like, they couldn't really change anything else, right? Like, the black swirls. Like, so they couldn't really do a whole lot else, but if the green was a bit more saturated, you know, it could have stood out a bit better, like the red does. Submit. Next random. Nuke colored Spidna. Okay, let's say nothing changed. Okay, there it goes. Okay, kind of hard to make out. They could have, like, picked a sprite with its, you know, whenever he plays this little animation, right, his body curls and, like, the tail kind of comes up and you can kind of see him better. Wish they would have gone with that. Like, actually let me see the what's going on here. Spinner needs to keep spinning for more color options. Bar spin, reverse color spin would be fire, like red spin. Okay, that actually would have been sick for us. So yeah, that would have been a far better. This is pretty good. I think I like the blue more than the original. Shiny Stunfisk is cute. I kind of like it. The blue is color only difference is the brown getting lighter, which is boring. Can I justify it? I think I can justify a 4-star, honestly. For a little Stunfisk here. Bright blue tail hard carries. It needs to be ran over for more color. I actually don't think it's bad. Like, yeah, the rest of the body really doesn't do much. Like, kind of dulling down the rest of the body, though. Like, they turn the saturation down on the rest of it, right? But it kind of makes the blue just stand out and carry it far more. Yeah, we're bright blue tail hard carries. Oh, okay, my boy. Nope, we're going straight to Pachirisu. Best shiny in the game. Yeah, I'm happy that we spotted him. Just the best shiny, man. And I'm not biased at all whatsoever. A shiny so good that you have no choice but to catch its shiny in all 25 Pokeballs. How is it still available? Definitely wrong, but is that good enough? That no, it's not good enough for autocorrect. God, VAIL available. Hey, I got it right. In SV. Oh man, I'm so happy that we spotted our shiny Pachirisu. Just my favorite. For anybody who isn't aware in chat, I did that. Caught it in all 25 Pokemon. Well, all 25 Pokeballs available in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in its inert shiny form. And then, yeah, I'm sitting there referencing Blingus. I caught more than just the 25, and I gave some away, and Obsidian got the one I named Blingus. But not quite, oh well. Blue to pink is always fire shiny. I used to see it on water type mons, though. Hands down my favorite shiny. How many ratings does it even have? I mean, 4.48, that's pretty fair. All things considered, it is just the strip that changes color. But only 48 ratings, a bit disappointing. We're gonna slap ours on there right now. Oh, I should note, if anybody decides to go and start using this site, don't just like copy my reviews and start like review bombing up or down. Like, I don't think my audience normally would, but that is a fear of mine. The site is a bit smaller, right? Like, you're looking at, like, in my opinion, one of the best shinies. It is my favorite shiny, only having 49 ratings. So this site could be easily, you know, hurt by somebody like me doing a stream on it. So don't do that. Like, if you go on here, do what I'm doing. Do the random shinies. Give your honest opinions. Shiny Pikachu, we're just gonna skip. It's a hat. Like, we're just skipping the hat ones, man. I mean, they could have done a lot more. I think Lunatone having a blue accent, you know, honestly super fitting. But I like the red so much more. Agreed. Yeah, right here. They should have made the rest of the Pokemon blue for, yeah, Blue Moon. Like, would have been so much cooler. Oh, what is talented? How many reviews is that? 37 ratings. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm talented. I forgot that's the role I have now. Opposite of Glalie. Why is this even a shiny? Well, technically there is a change, right? The blue is fitting, but yeah, 100%. If they made the body blue, what could they have done with the eye? I think the red eye would have fit with the blue, but, you know, they would have to change it, right? What color should they have made the eye? I said get you some, from Arceus. Let's see. Shiny Ponyta is my favorite blue. Okay, I gotta agree, Obsidian. Shiny Ponyta is sick. I also want to point out, and again, I wish my camera was working, because, like, I did like the both hand emote here, and camera's dead. Just want to point out, okay, I had Shiny Ponyta before it was cool in Legends Arceus. I actually just stumbled across a Shiny Ponyta before they just gave you that one in the game. Underwhelming. Only the ice change, lame. Blue with a red eye, for Blood Moon reference. That would be cool. I feel like they would have to change it. I feel like they would have to change the red eye if they made the body blue. Right? Like, it would have to change. I think that red would be the best, yes. Light blue body, darker blue. That would work. That would work. Pure white body would also work. Or even, like, yeah, make the body blue with a white eye. I think that would also work. So many better options here. The blue eye is very fitting, but such a... I did 2 spaces there, didn't I? A minor change, and I just liked the OG red more. Give it a blue body. Give it a dark blue body with a bright blue eye, and or a white body with the blue eye, or even swap that with a white eye and blue body. Honestly, just do anything but change the eye from red to blue. Yeah, 1 star, submit rating. Like, again, I think the blue eye is fitting, but it is so lame compared to all of the things that could have been done. Now I want to recolor shinies. Jay, I've considered doing that. That could be a fun stream. Man, just the Squawkabillies. I mean, all of their shinies are the same. They just get the pink tuff, right? Or am I dumb? Is there any other change? Like, they could have done for each of the, like, you know, blue. Oh, now it's going to be, like, a different color that we don't have for a Squawkabilly, right? I don't know. I think that would have been a neat opportunity. Not bad, but still bad like the other one. Not bad, but still bad, though. I forgot this Pokemon existed. Cute die. Heh and meh. Probably works best out of all of the Squawkabilly. Why, though? Bald Warrior. Oh, my God. I wonder if this guy even have 16. The whole novel on the shiny Lunatone. Ugly Bird, return back to Cinder, back to Cinder, I don't understand that one. Lazy Shiny, and the Chosen Brothers. The colors are important, so they should have changed the accents. Yeah. Just, like, changing the white, I think, would have been a much better, change the white to black, and then change the black to white. Honestly, like, that would have been perfect. Just swap the black and white, right? Okay, I guess the beak does change. I didn't really notice that. The beak does get a bit of that pink hue. So, at least they changed, the pink up. Do I give it a 1? I honestly think I want to give it a 1, which is, like, honestly, like, kind of mean. Like, has anybody else even given it a 1? Am I going to be the first 1-star for this guy? No, okay, somebody else did. Too little difference. The pink and blue don't work well. At least I won't be the first 1-star. I am giving him a 1. Not enough of a change, to be honest. The pink doesn't really blend here. Could have changed the white to anything else, really. Black where the white is would have been sick. And submit rating. I was getting annoyed at the noise outside, and it's now realized it's explosions. Oh, fantastic. Baby pink isn't the right shade. Yeah, 100%. Golduck shiny, man. If it would have been like, I don't know, like a deeper red, like a darker, like more like blood red, it could have been cool. Changing the gem also would have been cool. I do appreciate the darker blue. I think Golduck looks better with the darker blue. And maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like Golduck in, like, the older depictions was darker. Am I wrong? Like, was Golduck not darker in the older depictions? Giving its beak a tip color was not a good choice. Sure. I don't like it much. Kind of ruins the fun of having a shiny Psyduck, to be honest. They should have kept the colors. Y'all haters, this is gorgeous. You're right, it was darker. I think I'm gonna give it 3, just because I like the return to the darker blue. The dark blue is a great improvement. I wish the red was a bit deeper, and they could have done something with the gym. I'm gonna say like 2.5, rounded up just because of the blue. Yeah, he should have been yellow like his Sunny Psyduck is blue. Yeah. Alright, Smoliv. Wow, really? People are really big on that one. I mean, to be fair, not a whole lot of ratings, but yeah, honestly, I think it looks a bit better. And it follows the line. I don't know what Dolliv looks like, but we know that its final form, they did the black olive as well. Cute idea. Elbows on its head. I love the black olive. People seem to agree with the olive idea here. Makes sense. Green and black olives. Yeah, like I really like the black olive. I think it stands out more. The body turning kind of yellow, I think actually fits here. They also darken down the leaves a little bit. Not much. I'm gonna go with a solid 4. Love the black olive. Not much else to say. The yellow body does fit here as well. Submit rating. Let's see. It's ripened now. It's time to eat. It's fun, but damn. Okay, that's a little harsh. The 3.23? Really? I kind of like it. I like the purple on this one. Not that I like the semi or pan lines at all, but you know, great themed shiny. Swap it. Wait, this is a beautiful shade of blue. He also looks a little bit like a stoner. Purple. God, again, everybody was misspelling purple on this site. I love it, man. Yeah, you go. Blueberry flavored monkey, yippee. Huge improvement attaining. Yeah, like that's the way I see it. Is it great? No, but it is an improvement. Hello, I am under the water. Please help me. Into 4 does it even change? Great theme shiny. Yes, 10 out of 10. Got one and go. Look on Singapore shiny isn't that bad. I don't think it's I think it's a solid 4, right? I don't think I could justify a 5-star for a shiny semi-poor, but it's not bad. I think I can give it a solid 4. Just a good improvement on a mon that I really don't care for. Gotta kind of slander the original a little bit there. All right, I ain't gonna pull up the Be Right Back screen, but it is going to be like literally hopefully less than like a minute and a half. I'm getting real shaky from lack of food, so I need something on my stomach. So I'm gonna go grab something that I will mute while I am consuming. So I will be right back. Alright, and I'm back. I do have that thing where I hate hearing people eat, so I will make sure that I mute whenever I am doing so. Mukbang time. Yeah, I get really shaky. And I've actually been kind of feeling it today, like pretty much all day. It doesn't help that I actually drink caffeine, which is something that I do rarely. Again, like these clothing Pokemon, I'm just not gonna bother with, so we're gonna skip over this one. Rate random shiny. Again, okay, another hat one. Wow. Far worse than the original. I thought it would look absolutely abysmal knowing it was Jinx, but on it looks normal. Not even normal in a weird way, just normal as in... I mean, I gotta say, yeah. I could see that just being how Jinx released, right? That doesn't mean that it's good. Like, the red is just so much better. Still not a big Jinx fan. To be honest, it just don't look like Jinx. I don't agree. Oh my god, somebody spelled purple correctly on shinyrating.com. You know what? No, I'm not going to downvote him for that. No. God, I really do wish he could reply to people's reviews, though. I feel like that would lead to, like the Pokemon community being able to respond to each other's shiny ratings. That would lead to arguments. Let's see. God, I am, like, missing a lot of things in chat. Give him his stickers. That's how you get Green Screen Man. But Green Screen Man is huge. How he get that big with no food? Hyperglycemia. So I feel, yeah, I probably have something. I won't lie. Like I probably have something. I just don't go to the doctor. So where's it at? Yeah, I was mind blown when he said he was 6'3" in the last video. Technically I'm 6'2" now. I have scoliosis and I shrunk a little bit. I was barely 6'3". Now I'm barely under 6'3". I'm 5'3" and I don't want to talk about it. Grew up that way. I live in delightful unknowingness of how US tall thing work, but I assume 6'3" is very tall. Yeah, I don't know how I converted, to be honest. Yeah, and it's 5'4". This is one I'm just gonna skip over. Like, nah, I'm not gonna skip it. We're gonna be brave. TBA, I could see this just being what Jinx is, but that doesn't mean that it's good. The OG is far better. Not that I would normally say Jinx is good to begin with. 5 foot here, someone give me a ladder. Okay. I'm feeling the shiny Palmont. I did, during the recent event, get a bunch of the original form. Frank subscribed. Thank you, Frank. But yeah, I did get a bunch of the Palmy shinies, but I haven't evolved any of them yet. The goal whenever these events happen is to, like, get, enough to get the entire evolution line of shinies, right? I haven't actually evolved them all the way up yet. That's actually a pretty dang good shiny for one of my favorite Scarlet and Violet Pokemon. There's some transferring things. I wake up in the middle of the night and see one of my favorite YouTubers is live. Welcome, David. Concerts have always been rough for me. Shiny Palma is cool. Yeah, like, it's really not bad. My favorite shinies, cute little fella. Even the inside of the ears are colored different, are they? Oh, I didn't even notice that. They go from, like, that, like, teal to, like, a very vibrant blue. I'm a big fan of that shiny. I think they could have done better. Very pleasing palette. Like, I think they could have done a bit more with him, right? Like, a different palette could have worked, but, like, I'm still just happy with what we got. Sorry, I keep getting quiet. If anybody that's not joining in, I'm trying to eat to stop the shakes. I'm muting whenever I do that. A really good Shine of Sparks. Yeah, okay. I'm giving him a solid 5. One of my favorite Gen 9 Mons, and had no idea its shiny was this good. I'm sure a different... God, I started to spell palette wrong again. I'm sure... I'll just avoid spelling palette. Different colors could be cooler, TH, but this is a solid shiny. And submit. God, I always think it's not gonna... Okay, yep, there we go. Go back, and back to another okay, I clicked my mouse wheel. Another random. Oh, and I converted it. I'm the size of a shoe next to the seeker. 169, barely 162. So what is it? 187.96 centimeters. Okay, here we go. The Marowak. God, the shiny is just so cool. Like the more vibrant blue, they turned the break in the skull black, they turned the belly black. The flames are samey. But I love it, man. 6'4". Not sure what that is in centimeters. Well, hey, somebody in chat is taller. I was starting to think my entire viewer base was just like short. 100 out of 10. I do think that they could have done more with the fire, right? They could have done more with the fire, but it's still sick. Wow, it's actually a bit lower than I thought it would be. What are people saying about it? All right, shiny emote. Neat colors of blue flame would go color palette, make a top tier. Not different enough. 4, correct. 5.10. Sure, man. Yeah, 100%. I might actually give it a 4-star, just like this guy, for the same reason. Like, it is a solid shiny. But man, if they did something with that fire, it would have been sick. Yeah, I have to give it a 4. I really want to give this a 5 out of 5, but not doing anything with the fire is just a letdown. Like a purple flame would have been sick. Like, yeah, they could have changed that. I really want to give it a 5, but I can't. I don't know. The fire change would have been huge. David Powell, a giant, we're all tiny minions. Mainlet viewer base. I've been called that before. Okay, shiny Manectric. I was looking at chat. That's pretty sick. Again, rule of thumb, change core, change like primary color to black, and it's an improvement. It's more of a gray, right? It's not super dark. I think it fits. I wish greatly that they would have changed this yellow here to be a lot more vibrant. Like a far more vibrant yellow here would have been sick. What are people saying? The black and yellow looks great. I like Manectric. Black and gold don't go. What do you mean black and gold don't go together well? What do you mean, guy? Amazing, awesome, cool, gray doggo. I mean, it looked 10 times better back in the 2D days because it was a darker black. Was it? Okay. See, a darker black would have also worked. I don't think it's really necessary, though. I would rather just the yellow be more vibrant. I'm still going to give it a 5. I do wish the yellow was brighter, but it's still a solid 5 out of 5. Or a 9.5 out of 10. Like, if the yellow was brighter, I would be happy. One of my issues with, like, the fact that you can't do half ratings is just lame. Rate random. I have a word for very tall people. I gotta translate it. A pillar is the closest I can come up with. Def a 5-star. As an artist, I'm offended by the black and gold. Yeah, like I'm offended. I'm the opposite of an artist. I mean, it's almost 2 a.m., so I should go back to sleep. Thanks for joining in, man. Feel free to join the Discord, by the way. The goal is to stream every Friday. Again, if I fail to hit a stream, I'll follow it up on the following Saturday. But in the Discord, we do a vote for what I stream. So this is what won the vote, was rating shinies. So you guys can vote to determine what is being streamed. Shiny Miss Spirit. It is a shiny. There are changes happening here. I really just don't know how to feel. Yeah, like, honestly. I think the red... I think the red is pretty nice. But, like, the cream body is just a weird idea. The yellow comes from Arceus having the same shade, seeing how the late trio made directly by it. But the darker pink is boring. So there's like a lore reason behind it shiny being that yellow. Oh, you missed the vote. Missed it, but I think, unless it was the one that said secret fourth option. That was the previous stream. And the secret option was the Poke Consume, which again, I heavily thought was gonna win. Like, I was fully expecting this Friday to be, alright, we're back to figuring out which Pokemon we would eat. Like, I really thought that was gonna win. At first it looked like the Pokemon Violet challenge was gonna win. I'm kind of happy it wasn't, because I wasn't really prepared for that. I would have been pretty rushed. So I'm pretty happy that it didn't happen. I don't know. I think this is just a firm 2 for me. I do like the red change, but the yellow cream body just throws me off. Submit. Let's see here. I wanted to watch a ROM hack. And Yugi even got the Sweets Tooth ROM for it. Yeah, I have so many I could do. I think if that one wins, the goal is to start doing the polls on Mondays, and then there'll be 3-day, like it'll last for 3 days. And I think if we have the ROM one win, I'll probably do a follow-up poll for which ROM hack we would do. Again, based on the physical ROM cartridges that I have. Maybe a gym color would change Miss Spirit. Gold doesn't vote. Yeah. Let's see here. Me with my single Poke-like game vote. I mean, I'm also excited to do those. I actually own like 20 to 30 games on Steam that I've picked up during sales that all have like the creature collector tag just for doing future videos and streams on. Oh man, I'm not allowed to eat rocks here. I don't care for it. I think I like the original Sentret more. Not super good. Letter brown is big enough difference where it's easy to see. Letter color contrast against the darker. That's true. I think I'm just biased. I just like a lot of the more just like brightly colored ones. This is just like a solid meh from me. Nope, 3-star. Meh. Not good, not bad. That's really all I have to say. Submit. Random. It's been 9 years, and I just now realized the pun in Pokemon Sweet Tooth. Man, I didn't know it either. I got called out so many times in my video. I was calling it second as a joke. Also, welcome to stream, Lana. If the gold was softer, maybe. Is there a pun in Pokemon? Yeah, I was trying to figure out why it's called second. It's supposed to be pronounced tooth, as in two, and then th, like, you know. Yeah, it's Pokemon Tooth because it's the second game in the series, I guess. But yeah, I had no idea until a comment pointed it out in today's video, and then after that comment pointed it out, every comment pointed it out. Like, it was like every third comment I was getting on that video was like, by the way, I'm like, man, I know. I get it. You're not going to comb through the entire comment section, but I literally put it in the pinned comment that, hey guys, I know. But I guess you would have to click like, because you know, it was like the second part of the update comment. That's an important thing about videos, by the way. If you ever watch one of my videos, always check for a pinned comment, because if there's something I got wrong in the video, or there's like an update on something, I always try to leave updates in the pinned comments. I need to start mentioning that more in my videos, like at the end. Like, hey, check for the pinned comment. I don't usually think to mention it. Gotta say, I'm honestly shocked at this 3.8 stars. This shiny is fantastic. Like, the, like, all metal shinies, like somebody was saying down below, it is just sick to me. I would also watch shiny hunting in various games. You know, reviewing old saves, playing other people's save games, see what they... Yeah, that's the issue. That is like an expensive thing to try and do. Yeah, Obsidian, I've been playing around with the idea of doing pack openings on stream. It just wouldn't be a very long stream. I come at first and never look back. Iron suffers from semi-shiny syndrome. Members only Palworld server. Man, I would actually be down. Man, I think this is a firm 5 out of me. I would like to see kind of like Iron Valiants, like a red or a pink, honestly, like in these like accents right here. I think that would be really cool. It wouldn't fit Iron Crown, but it would be cool. Just a massive sucker for these all metal Pokemon shinies. That's all I really got to say on that one. Is that really? Yeah, whatever. That's how I'm spelling it. Next. Let's see. It's probably later lower since people haven't actually had a chance to see it in game. That's true. It's a good shiny, but on the background of all future Pokemons being Chrome makes it pale a bit. Man, I still just love it, you know, in isolation. Sorry, I'll focus on the shiny. I think 4 out of 5 is fair. And shiny form is fair. Should be reflective Chrome, yeah. I like the Iron Hand shiny a lot. I do too. I do hate that I see it nonstop in raids. But I mean, obviously people, you know, if it's a useful Pokemon, people are going to want the shiny form of it to bring to raids. So I don't blame them. It just kind of, like, I feel like I see it more than I see the regular. I kind of like it. It feels goofy. Like, they turned Sandslash into a redhead. It feels kind of goofy. It's a little hedgehog, guys. Look. It's fine. Red quills kind of make it look like Knuckles, which is dope. Yeah, I like to think of the same thing. I like it more than Cantonian Sandshrew. Red is better than expected. Like, it really doesn't look natural, but it does look sick. Like, it's like red, like blood shards sticking out of its back. I like Iron Hands a lot. Because that's a hella hacked mon. That's probably true too. Team Iron Thorns over there. Shadow the Hedgehog. Yeah, honestly, if the body would have been black, that would have been sick. Like, that would have been like a fantastic idea. I gotta say, I really like this. I'm gonna give it a 4. Liked this more than I thought. I just wish the body was a darker color for contrast. And submit. Let's see. I'm so bad at keeping up with chat and stuff right now. Oh god, shiny unknown. I love the blue. I love the blue. Pretty sweet, 94 stars. Sandslash is one of my favorite friend mons, so I can't not love it. Man, why do I like the blue unknown? People don't seem to fully agree. 3 point... I mean, it's unknown U specifically. I wonder how drastically the differences are in the unknown ratings. U, yeah. Very strange shape for a W, but I kind of like it. Yeah, that is a very strange shape for a W. It's almost like it's the U. Fire shiny. Do you think they should just like do like red for consonants, blue for vowels? That would have been sick. Reading all of the unknown shiny. I don't hate it, but it's the Gen Blue curse. I like it. Like, I think the blue is actually super fitting. If unknown were just blue out of the gate, I wouldn't have questioned it. The Gen 2 blue curse. I think it's really cool. not really anything else they could do, but change the whole thing. I think the blue is just super fitting, and while I would like red more, it wouldn't feel as natural. Submit rating. Let's see. Oh wait, that's the wrong button. All the way down. I hate the blue's bad. Is this anything? Oh, why are you blue, Walter White? Yeah, it doesn't help that I'm not a Breaking Bad person. There's just so many Gen 2 blues I could see. Okay, we've already done Spidna. I don't care about all of the patterns of Spidna. Shiny Mega Bennett. Yeah, we are definitely seeing blue again. Very light blue. The original is definitely better, but okay, there's a bunch of things popping up. I don't know. I like it. It's kind of goofy looking. Pink doesn't match the blue at all. Blue and gold looks very good. Insides are still pink. Yeah, literally just posted your Spidna on Discord. Good shiny, but honestly have no idea what's going on with the Mega. I like these color combos. I think it's just gonna be a skip from me. Like I can't begin to think of where I would put it. This is gonna be like, was this our second time actually just straight up skipping one that isn't one of like the dumb ones. Shiny Celebi is sick. Come on. That purple onion head. What are people saying? Yeah, iconic. Exactly, fishy cakes. Red onion. This is so good. Celebi case close. Seen it before, absolutely amazing. Purple onion. Somebody else spelling purple correctly. What do you know? This one goes hard. Yeah, red onion. 100%. This one has been, you can't not love Shiny Celebi, absolute classic. Too neon for my taste for Bennett. Okay, I thought you were talking about Celebi. I'm like, I don't see any neon in here. Maybe like in the peak of the head there. To sum up, the other reviews, in which I share the opinion, red onion iconic. Now okay, I gotta swap those words around, right? Iconic red onion. Iconic red onion. Also, period should be inside of the bracket, right? Am I doing that wrong? I don't know. Who cares? Submit rating. We're reviewing Pokemon shinies. Who cares about proper punctuation? Easiest 5-star. I type slow hush. It would also look good with the yellow brown. Oh, I don't know about that one. Shiny Larvesta. How is this a 4.8, man? I really don't know. If they were trying to say, you know, like Delta species, right? Oh, it's a Delta species Larvesta. It's electric type now. Then yeah, that would work. That me favorite color. Thank you, Mustard. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Mustard's favorite color is mustard. I'm shocked. Something like the Sun Good, shiny, Arceus Jr. More resembles the sun. I guess. I guess I could have gone the pink route. I don't hate it. The yellow makes it look like a crown. Yeah. I still think 4 stars is shockingly high. That and classic color for sun. The eyes don't even change, do they? I guess they get like a little green, maybe? It's really not much of a change. Like in the eyes, obviously the yellow is a drastic change. This is like a good 2 from me. You get 4 stars? I wouldn't. Feels like a electric delta species, not really fitting for the shiny IMO. Submit. I don't know, I just didn't care for it. Oh, we have Lapras with the thing on its head. Nope, I'm not bothering with these. Shiny Meryl. Yeah, that is definitely a good green. Again, I think that's one of those examples of, like, green Pokemon can work. Like, do I think it's optimal? No. I think it works. I wish they didn't dull down the saturation in the ears. They kind of get in the same green tint, which I don't care for. 5 out of 5 green shiny. I kind of love him as shiny so much. I mean, it's a pretty solid shiny. I love the green Very Gatsby core. Ironically, despite this being a bright green shiny, like many of the other usually disliked shiny, the shade of green works really well here. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with, like, one of the great green shinies. I just don't care for the green tint being put over the color in the ears. A little green ball of my green ball creatures. Shiny Azumarill is yellow, though. I actually really do like Shiny Azumarill as well. The ears on Meryl suffer from old shiny style syndrome. Yes, making a bad joke again. Yeah, like, it's a thing you saw a lot with, like, the older shinies, right? Is where, like, the whole thing would get, like, a tint to it. I don't know. Alright, 4 stars. There you go. And random. Shiny Ambipom. Very pink. And people love their pink shinies, I know that. Despite people loving their pink shinies, it's not as high as you think it would be for the hype they get for them. It's Spink instead of purple. Boring shiny. The pink tips on the fingers look like shit. Yeah, I don't disagree. The pink tips are like the thing that are throwing me off the most. Delightful hues of pink and purple. Nothing bad to say about this. It actually works for it, even though I'm not a big fan. Looks cool. Pink monkey, it's alright. Let's see here. Ambipom is just mad ugly. I'm sorry, I can't with it. It's definitely not a favorite of mine. I don't think I hate it. Like, it's fine. I think the pink, like, works. The OG is just far better here. I get that people like their pink shinies, but this one just feels like too much. And submit. Realistically, it's more of like a 2.5, but they're much cuter monkey Pokemon. Swablu, okay. Also a big fan of that shiny. It's nothing super crazy, but it's not bad. I don't even know what other color I'd want it to be fair. I think the yellow is pretty dang fitting. You know, I mean, people seem to agree. 4.55 stars, Gold Swablu, Altaria, Golden Burb. To be honest, I never even thought about it being golden, but seems like everybody else did. Overrated. 3 people don't agree with you. Little Gilded Avian. That is a fantastic comment. I don't know why it got a downvote. Your gold shinies work so well with the clouds. Yeller. Thank you, buddy. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with a 5. I don't even know what else they could really do to improve it. What are people saying here? I like the pink, don't make me either. I turn him away the moment I get him. Swablu, the Priavo of my favorite mod of all time. Easiest 5-star ever. I love Swablu line, so I'll fight for it. I mean, I like Altaria. It's definitely grown on me. It never really stood out at me before. I'd say over the last, like, year or two, it's kind of, you know, it's kind of left a bit of an imprint. I have so many shiny Swablu on Pokemon Go. And I just never play Go. I re-downloaded it a little while back and then just, like, dropped it again literally, like, 2 or 3 days later. A long time ago, when it was still new, don't get me wrong, I was really into it, like everyone else, but it's just not really my thing, and I don't know, the monetization behind that game, just, the greed level's kind of wacky to me. For the Swablu, I'm gonna have to give it a 5. Fantastic gold burb. Be honest, not really anything else they could have done here. A yellow 4-star. What? I go never have seen Altaria. What? We already rated. Yeah, it's literally right here. So whenever I hit random, it really will just like randomly pop it up. Interesting. So I can just get ones I've already done. I don't know who wrote this review, but that's really good. I'm gonna give that one a like. Let's do another random. It's so easy to get shiny Pokemon Go, though, and you can trade them over to your Switch games. That's the only reason that I was like, wait, we already did this one too. What? Man, hold on. This is a fantastic review right here. Give that one a like. Another random. Shiny Infernape. Also, I like that I get credit for liking my own posts. Pokemon Go is great for shinies. That's the only reason I keep trying to get back into it. Stop cheating the system. Hey, if it's gonna throw my own review in my face, I'm gonna give it a like. I mean, I do like the review, right? Or else I wouldn't have posted it. I really don't know. I think the fire is a good improvement, but the rest of him is kind of dull as a result. Got a shiny Wingull today. He's green. Upset the Pokemon Company randomly decided my phone can't play Go anymore. Yep, that's downside to live service games. What's even that? 3.31. I really don't care for it. I agree. Chocolate Barnes. I'm really not an Infernape fan. My issue with Pokemon Go with my phone is every phone that I've ever owned, if I don't force close Pokemon Go after I'm done playing it, it blocks my text messages. I don't know why. I know I'm not the only one. I can see bug reports going back from the launch of the game up until now. And people saying like, yeah, I just can't receive text messages after playing the game if I don't go force close the app. And there's been multiple times where that screwed me over enough that I just like uninstalled the game for a year. Like every phone I've ever owned. It's a sausage, enough said. Sounds like an Android problem. I mean, sure. Sounds like a developer problem. Redmi 7 something. It's just confusing, so I was playing Go normally. It's just the downside to updates, man. Yeah, I gotta agree there. The original was just so much better. Oh, actually, need to check. The Pokemon playlist I use, one of the songs that plays in it will actually lead to a copyright strike. Yeah, I gotta agree. OG was far better. I do like the change in the flames, but that's it. Submit rating. Just do my dailies and log off. I've been playing since it came out and didn't play for like 2 years. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not that big of a mobile gamer to begin with. Shiny Dugtrio. I really just don't care for it. They just turned the noses blue. There's really not much going on here. I think I'm just trying to get more bitter as the stream goes on. Yeah, strong dislike. Does our current version adequate? I play on my way to work and back again on the bus. That kind of makes sense. Like that's a good like downtime thing. I'm just not a big mobile gamer at all. That's why I like, you know, the Gamescom event stuff going on right now. Every time they like showed off a game, they're like, all right, it is coming to like PC, Xbox, and mobile. And I'm like, oh cool, it's a mobile designed game. I'm good. Like that's usually like crazy monetization and I don't know. Any game that's available also on mobile always feels like it's mobile first because that's where they make their real money at. I'm upset mostly because it's the only thing getting me out of the house, and now I'm sitting here for like a whole month again. Boris, so you gotta look into doing into sideloading the app. A long time ago, I had a like when Pokemon Go first released, I had a phone that couldn't run it because I still buy cheap phones, but I do it more smart now. I buy like flagships that are like a generation or two old as refurbs, and you get them for real cheap that way. But what I did back then is I just sideloaded the app. Yeah. The only change they made was the worst one to make. Good job. That's another one of my more mean ratings there. Random. But yeah, I just did a sideload of the app from like a alternative app store, and it ran fine. Again, another blue to purple. That seems to be a very common shiny type that they like to do. I think it's fine. Again, I think I like the blue more. I'm just not the biggest on the purple ones. My purple shinies is but this doesn't make him look better. You know, the entire Steel Evolutionary line has some of the best shinies in Gen 3, mid, blue to pink, lame blue to purple, silly dude. Jay, I won't lie, I don't even know what you did there. The vibes. Thank you very much. I don't know if that's supposed to like play something. I guess it is just like a chat highlight. If you can't tell, I'm still very new to YouTube streaming. But thank you very much, Jay. Only two mobile games I play right now are TCGP, barely counting as playing, but still. Oh god, you're playing the horse game. Yeah, try and download the APK from another site. Yeah, it's probably the best way to do it. Look into like up to down is very well known. I use that one for a lot of things. Apatoad, I think it's pronounced, is also pretty good. A bit more sketchy though than up to down is. I don't know. I feel like it's just not an improvement. It's just Celio again, but worse. It still could have been like puke green or something, right? It's not awful, but really doesn't feel like much changed vibe wise. Just picked a worse color. And CL line good shiny. APK mirrors, it's a safe one. Yeah, that's another big one too. Okay, that one's really cool. Okay, shiny Gourgeist is sick. Come on. The yellow glow, I think, is actually pretty fitting down there. Turning the pumpkin to black is, again, rule of thumb. If you change a primary color to black, it just looks good on a shiny. But then, like, the purple hair, that's an easy 5-star, but let's go see what other people are saying. Pumpkin, but bigger. Buddy, how is it bigger? I don't think it grew. I love the black color, fits so well. Like, it feels so much more like Halloween. Just trying a super sticker. Okay, that's what I thought it was. I'm used to seeing those on like the vertical streams. Seal Lane good shiny. I tried the horse game, but I was so shocked when it asked for 4 gigs. I got the holiday feels a shiny, cute purple. Love that one. Absolutely amazing. It's the XL one, the emo pumpkin. Man, it's just, it feels like so much more like haunted Halloween. 100% just what this mon should have been out of the box. Submit rating. Random. It doesn't even feel like it was a Shining. It feels like that's what it is. Alright, Aeolin Raichu just goes from yellow to brown. At least they're willing to change Raichu, unlike Pikachu. I don't hate it. I really don't know what to say on this one. The ears get a bit darker, the tail gets a bit darker. They just gave Raichu a tan. Color works well with their theme. Personal favorite. I don't know about that. But it is a drastic change that I feel like works. Yeah, it looks like Dedenne, although that's not Dedenne. Named mine Pretzel. That is a fantastic name. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life is baby. Like, it's definitely super fitting. Huh. Also, I want to point out that Aeolin Raichu just reminds me of the light Raichu card. If anyone knows the card I'm talking about, it always reminded me of that artwork. Super stickers mostly show on vertical. I might be able to do something. I need to look into that to see if I can get it's weird that it didn't trigger my alert box, but maybe there's something I can do to make it trigger that. Spooky, scary skeleton shiny. Or at least, you know, like have the sticker like appear on stream, right? Shiny Aeolin Raichu, my beloved. It's got Surfer's Tan. Don't mind this one. Chocolate Raichu, Sunburnt Raichu. Better than Shiny Pikachu. Both Shiny Raichu, both of them. I adore so much. Yeah. I can't think of what would be better. Like, I was gonna say 4-star, but if I can't think of a better alternative, then I think it's just gonna be a 5. Just feels super fitting. That's all I really have to say on that one. Super short and to the point. Next, it keeps pulling me up my favorite boy right here. Summer Raichu. I think the sticker only shows in chat from what I've caught. Yeah, but it would be cool if I could have just like, you know, like over. Okay, bunch of notifications again. Like over here in like the top right corner or something. Like just like have the sticker like slap up on the corner. Like you don't need like sound effects and all that, right? Just have it like slap in place. Also, we've already done a Spidna, so we're moving on. Get Spidna, yeah. Shiny Rumoraid. Okay, I like that. Again, I've talked about it on a couple of the purple ones. Purple isn't like a super favorite, but that is just a straight on improvement. Purple Pistol, I love it. Purple Bean. I would like to have this in game. Not bad. Yeah, there we go. There's the Orpal. Too many people have been spelling purple right over the last like hour or so. I missed the people who were spelling it wrong. Isn't good in my opinion. Well, yeah, you're allowed to have one. You're allowed to also be incorrect. Where was I at? Okay, just got a shiny someone's in Pokemon Go raid. That's awesome. Get spin. Oh yippee! Congratulations. Purple Pistol. Yeah, this is just a straight on improvement. I mean, it's obviously going to be a 5 from me. I don't know what to say, so I guess I gotta just follow the line of people spelling purple wrong. So, Orpal it is. Alright. Next, random Shiny Deoxys. Okay. A little bold to say this is a 4.03. Man. Why did it turn into Mountain Dew? Not even just Mountain Dew. It looks like It's mellow yellow. This is just like the mellow yellow logo. Golden Freddy starting to make me physically happy. I don't like the yellow and green, but it could be worse. Yeah, 100% agree with him. Nice change. I don't like the shade of yellow. It's a really good shiny. I love how noticeable. I keep seeing that. Like, oh, it's really noticeable. Yes, a shiny being noticeable as being a shiny is good. Like, don't get me wrong. That is a metric that is important. But just being noticeable is not... does not mean that it's good. Like, if I went out wearing, like, all, like, bright neon colors, like, different colored, like, pants and shirt and hat and shoes, like, yeah, people would definitely notice me. Like, underrated, but, yeah, like, I kind of like those, like, candy, starry soda, kinda, yeah. Doesn't Deoxys have, metal texture in SV? It's better there. It's more mid-decomposition spring lock suit than Golden Freddy. When you are at the soda fountain and you pour the mellow yellow and Mountain Dew at the same time, but the streams cross around each other. You get the arms on this thing. I mean, am I wrong? 2 stars. The access of metal texture in SV. Who in the world names themselves Sigma? Sigma. Oh my god. You're not wrong. Okay, Hisuian Arcanine. One of my favorite, like new forms, right? Like, regional forms. That's the word I was looking for. Regional. Twizzler arms, yeah. I gotta say, you're not gonna beat the original. Like, I can't think of a single change to the color palette that would be considered an improvement on the original Hisuian Arcanine. However, that does look really cool. Like, it looks like, again, like they're trying to, like, a Delta species. Like, oh, he's actually electric type now. Mozzarella. Not quite sure where he's getting that one from. Overall, I'd love to own this shiny in-game. People are really going out and changing their fonts, huh? Yellow and Greek Flash. Kinda, I guess. I do wish it was a bit darker, right? If they darkened that gray down a bit. Change the rocks to match the OG's main. Maybe. Machine Arcane's one of my favorites. Same. The fire type is the fire type to electric pipeline. Machine Arcane looks so fluffy. Man, I love him. Like, it easily one of my favorites. A solid shiny, but is outclassed by the OG. To be fair, I don't know what combo could really beat the OG, though. It's like, yeah, I'm giving it 4 stars, but I can't do any better. Random. Oregon Black Rocks like smoke. Okay. We got Blue Meowth. I kind of wanted to hear chat out on this one. What do you guys think of Blue and Purple Meowth? I don't think it's too bad. It kind of reminds me of, like, an animal that you see in the wild and you shouldn't touch it because you might get, you know, poisoned. Opened Pokemon Go to do dailies and it's busy. Now I've been invited to a Gigantamax Snorlax raid. Ogier Canyon also looks very fluffy. I would hug the hell out of him. You know, I kind of mess with Purple Meowth. I don't think it's bad. Like, it definitely looks like, you know, like a poisoned frog. It fits that type of Meowth. I agree. I think if you had this on, like, this color scheme on the original Meowth, it really wouldn't work. Like, at all. But I think it works really well here. I actually don't know what original Meowth's shiny looks like now that I say that. Is that time mouth? I'll go to sleep, y'all. Have a great weekend. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, man. The stream probably won't be too much longer. At this point, my throat's kind of going out more than anything. It's a pretty blue color, but yeah, toxic. I'm starting to feel like this rating here isn't super fair. Like, I feel like it should be closer to that 4-star. Wow, a lot of people really agree. I like Rayquaza better. Yeah, man. Let's rate everything 1 or 2 stars because Rayquaza exists. Original is yellow. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a 4. Feels like almost a poison type change on the Aeolin. That's how you spell it, right? Am I dumb? Form. These colors just fit super well. And submit. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Wait, so let's do 3 more before we call it the end. The Rayquaza comment is just wow. Okay, we're not gonna do another unknown. Okay, that's not gonna count as one of the 3. Shiny Cramorant gulping. I do like Shiny Cramorant. It is such a drastic change. Although I am kind of tired of seeing it because the Shiny Cramorant box that they did like that promo Shiny Cramorant in, it was just everywhere. Like, it was like the easiest one to pick up because nobody wanted it for some reason. Like, it's kind of wild. I want to say this person talks in real life. Remember when the internet got outraged by it was pronounced Rayquaza? Remember when it happened again and again after that? I just always call it Rayquaza. I don't know how it's actually supposed to be pronounced, but I just kind of say it how it feels natural to me. Fanta Burb. Yeah, I really do like the orange. Oh, hold on, does it not? It would be cool if the Barraskewda in its mouth was the shiny form too, right? I don't think that is. I don't think that's how that works anyways. Is that a Barraskewda in its mouth, or is it an Arrokuda? Makes a lot. Orange looks good on this Pokemon. Full orange. This is one of the highest rated ones, I believe. It's only 16 ratings. Maybe it's the different form of him that was really high. Just an orange Cramorant there. Arrokuda doesn't change. I have to agree on that. Yes. Okay. Fanta Burb. I love the Curry Bird. Orange is so good. Yeah. Honestly, peak shiny. Only improvement is if the various Pokemon in its mouth would appear in their shiny form as well. Submit. Shout out to shinies that are actually based on things such as the Curry Bird. Yeah. Man, I have a shiny Xatu. Gotta say, I don't care about the fact that I own a shiny Xatu. Legend Grant and Snorlax, he has a park on his belly, no shinies this time. Yeah. God, it's just so boring. They just changed the red to orange. They replaced it with a worse color. The green is lighter and there's orange, very boring, shiny. Yep. Not bad, it's noticeable, but not good. I don't want to even call it noticeable. I feel like Xatu has so much going on. If I wasn't looking specifically to go like, is this a shiny? Like, if I'm like in a raid or something, I don't see the shiny effect, I would just look at it and go, yeah, that's a Xatu. It almost looks washed out. 1. Boring, washed out, shiny. and submit. All right, this is gonna be our last one of the night. What we gonna get? Okay, we're not doing another squawk. Actually, isn't this the one that we already did? Isn't this the same one that we already did? Yeah. Man, this guy had a great review. Let's give that one a like. And rate a random shiny. Okay. God, Celestia? I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's like Celestia, right? I mean, it definitely removes a lot of the color, but I kind of like that. Like, this feels like Final Fantasy boss. I don't know what this feels like. Like, the original feels like this could easily be like Final Fantasy 13 kind of design, right? Zati looks barely different. Has the Miku Pokemon, but now white. Celesteela. Right. I don't know, I kind of like it. Like, the little, like... Wait, did I do that one backward? Yeah, there we go. Like, the little, like, accents down here could be a bit different. I don't know, I almost wish the rings were colored. How do they look in the original? Yeah, they could have been. They could have been colored different, but they're just all white now. I need to play one more Final Fantasy 13 after Xenoblade 3 for sure. Man, I'm a nerd for 13. It got so much crap, man, but 13 and 13-2 are both fantastic. Lightning Returns is what lost me. That's how I say it. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, I don't know what I would give this. Like, I don't know if I'd even really consider it an improvement. I do really like it. It's unique. I don't know about improvement. Let's see what people are saying. White. Look better before and not much of a difference, my guy. My guy, what do you mean not much of a difference? The colorblind love this website. Holy God. This should be non-shiny form. No peak. It's okay. It's a subtle change. What do you mean by subtle? Do you see all of the green that is now white? Do you see all of the white that is still white? Like, there are so many. This is such a drastic change. Two people in the first page are like, man, I don't really even see anything changed here. Like, did they not upload the image? This looks like the same thing. Like, my guy. Have you ever spotted a shiny and caught it? Or have you just always assumed that you've never seen a shiny because they all look the same? I'm probably wrong. Why do you think people on this site talk about shinies being noticeable? The colorblind adore rating shiny. Exactly the same, right? Some of those people really should take a colorblind. 100%. If I was like an admin on this site, I'd be patrolling for people that say that on like too many times on obvious changes, and like send them an email to be like, hey man, based on your reviews, we believe that you might have this type of color blindness. Like, you might want to look into getting that checked. I think it's good. I do think they could have done a little bit more. I think a little bit more could have been changed. The lack of color all the way up here, like these three rings right here, they were white in the original, and it made it feel like it stood out. That is like too long of a streak with no color, right? If the rest of it's going to have the color mixed in all throughout like it does, that long streak does throw me off. And then like with all of the white through here, these like bottom like skirt layers all being solid color, like it feels a little weird, like what they decided to make white and what they didn't, but I still think it's really cool. I definitely can't give it a 5. I would give it like a 3.9, like a 3.7. Very clean, shiny, but the things they chose to make white and what they chose to not really touch feel like odd choices. The long the long streaks of white that make up its arms seem too harsh by comparison. If they changed the white bands Jesus, from the original to match the blue / green, it would, Jesus, I can't type, would come together much better. God, that was a long one. All right, submit rating, and we have finalized. Let's see. My colorblind uncle can tell the difference easy. Not subtle at all, I swear. Shiny Celestia is giving a wedding dress. Yeah, kind of. I mentioned Haseme Miku way too much on this stream. Alright, well, we have definitely rated a lot of shinies. I'm gonna pull up my Be Right Back screen, but I'm not actually going anywhere. I just don't want to risk my email I signed up with leaking while I go try to check something. There should be a thing where I can see how many I've rated, right? But I can't. Oh, what I could probably do, yeah, if I go here... Wow, we did far less than I thought we did. I went to my Shiny Pachirisu review. Again, you guys aren't able to see it for some reason, but whenever I hover over my little badge right there, it's been 3 hours and 10 minutes. We have only rated 38 Pokemon. God, it felt like so many more. Hey, thank you very much for subscribing. Well, sorry for the awkward no cam stream. I mean, there was cam for a bit. I feel like it's not a bad thing to do once in a while, but preferably whenever there's more going on than staring at this site. Like, if I'm, like, playing a game and I decide, like, I'm gonna do a no cam stream, then whatever, right? But it feels weird, you know, with this kind of setup. But at least we had the editor to fill it. I think the guy with 700 or something refused. Yeah, that's definitely like something like, you know, they either like hop on every night and just like do a handful, or like it's something that they do when they're bored and waiting for something else. Finn just subscribed as well. Thank you very much. But I believe we're going to go ahead and end stream there. Again, make sure you guys join the Discord if you're not already in there, and you get to vote on what the next stream is going to be. I think, like with this stream, where I had like 5 or 6 options for what the stream could have been, and of course this is what ended up winning. I think what I might want to do in order to cut that number down is I might like group them together and let the members, so YouTube members, get to do the first vote and decide like which 3 get to go into the general vote, right? So the 3 winners of the poll from the YouTube members will then go into the queue for everyone else, right? So the members vote. These are the 3 that everyone gets to vote between. I think it narrows it down a little bit better, so we get a more decisive vote between those 3. I think it makes it easier for, you know, a more close race compared to what we had this go around. Either way, thank you guys very much for... wait, where's it at? Oh, wait, that's the wrong screen anyways. Starting soon screen, and then pull up that text. Thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see all of you next week. If you haven't already watched today's video, go check it out. It was a very long edit, and goodbye for now.
Thank you.